South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
All right, happy hour Friday, everybody. Welcome aboard a Friday edition. We're live at the Pig Dog in Wildwood, and holy moly, what a scene we got here. The Sports Bash live on location. I'm your host, Mike Gill, along with my producers today. I got PG on-site producer. I got Nikki Nuggets on-site producer. I got Tall Vince locking it all down. We got Josh Henning back at the Ocean Casino Resort Studios. And you out there. Well, boys, it's a happy hour Friday, and there's no better way to get started than a little Pig Dog in Wildwood. Holy mackerel, this was some scene getting here. We got the golf cart treatment. They had to pull us underneath the boardwalk, coming out some secret little entrances, and here we are, ready to bring you through a Friday edition. They showed me all the flag football fields. They're building them for the weekend. 250 flag football teams for the Battle on the Beach tournament down here in Wildwood. So if you're looking to kick off the weekend, no better spot to start it than this spot. PG is mesmerized.
I'm blown away by this Pig Dog. This is unbelievable, this spot right here, right on the beach. And we haven't even sampled the food yet, so I'm looking forward to that.
Not yet, but
the scene here is unreal.
This is maybe, I'm going to say maybe right now, because I'm not trying to slight anybody. When you're talking about beach bar on the beach, got a little coverage here, which you can go off and get out of the coverage if you want. This is a spot right here. This is high on the list of places we have done our show live from. On the beach Friday. We got to make this a Friday tradition.
I think so.
I mean, this is
unbelievable. This is the happiest of happy hours.
Now, you got the tour of the flag football fields on the beach, right? Yeah, we got that. Me and Tall Vince got it on the way in.
Yep.
Our guy Mark from Maurice Pier drove us around.
Yep.
Maurice Mark was outstanding.
He was good. He picked me up in the golf cart, gave me a little ones and twos, showed me around. He gave me a little, so if you have been to Maurice Piers, we are right where the water slides are. You walk through the pier to the back, the water park, and Pig Dog is on the beach. And we're hanging out till 6 o'clock tonight. We got Matt Rife tickets to give away.
Oh.
All right. Matt Rife tickets to give away today. We're going to have fun today. We got a lot to talk about. Home Run Derby poll question today. The Derby has been set. It is official now. Bryce Harper already announced that he will be representing the Phillies in the Home Run Derby. And then I think Don Mattingly last night let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, that was a bad job. He blew that cover last night.
Kyle Schwarber will also officially be in the Derby. Our poll question today, at Mike Gill Show. You can vote, be a part of the show in a variety of ways. We're going to have fun today. We got a bunch of different topics that we're going to be spinning around the mix today. But at Mike Gill Show vote. Are you on Team Harper or are you on Team Schwarber for the Derby? Now, these two competed in 2018.
Yep.
And it was Harper beating Schwarber, and our own PG was there.
I was there at Nats Park. I was living in D.C. at the time. Harper was, a fan favorite down there for the Nationals. He joins the Derby, plays at home, excites the crowd, wins it, and then about, 5 months later, he gets booed out of the city, and he's never forgiven again.
It's unbelievable that you were actually at that thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a cool, if you're talking about going to the All-Star game or the Derby, we've all been to millions of All-Star games, of baseball games, I should say.
Yeah.
So Derby is more of an event, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to just a baseball game with a bunch of stars in it.
So
I vote Derby.
You go Derby over All-Star game?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not against that.
I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. The Derby's, I think, the best event. I think it's way better than the Slam Dunk Contest is now across the four major sports. I would go Derby. That's the best event out of all the four majors in a specialized type of setting.
Now, remember, The Derby this year is on Netflix.
Yes.
So you're going to be getting it all Netflixized. You're going to have probably celebs and all sorts of craziness that'll be a part of the Derby this year. You can also listen to the Derby right here on 97.3 ESPN. So we will have some Philly flair to it with Harper and Schwarber. So vote at Mike Gill Show, or you can text in on the White Horse RV text board 609-403-0973 if you want to let us know who you think's going to win the Derby. Is it going to be Harper or is it going to be Schwarber? It's a good field, too, by the way. I mean, you got a really good field. This isn't a dunk contest where you got Slappy
out there
taking on Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
it's an all-star type of cast. You got Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber,
Bang.
Jordan Walker,
Bang.
Jack Caglione,
Whoa.
Ben Rice, Junior
Ben Rice.
Caminero, Wilson Contreras.
That's a field right there.
That's a fun one.
I like
Fun.
that field.
Now the format is going to be swings, right, as opposed to time.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
and
that's different.
what do you think of Bryce Harper's idea? He said that you put gold balls in,
I
and
like
when
that.
the gold ball comes up, you get to grab a metal bat.
Hit it out of Citizens Bank Park.
It's gimmicky, but I'll take it. I like
right?
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, for
That's
that, I
fun.
don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
For the Derby, you can gimmick up the game as much as you
Sure.
want.
Yeah.
Right? Have a little fun with that. All-Star games Tuesday night, and you can listen to that on 97.3 ESPN. Phil's win last night. Jesus Luzardo was all-star-like. He wanted to prove to people, you don't think I should have made the All-Star game? Take this 11 strikeouts, shutout, gets into the 7th last night. And then it got a little itchy because yesterday we talked about it during Phillies Fastball, and I'm sure it'll come up again today. Our Phillies Fastball segment is coming up at 2:30 today. The guys will join me. We were talking about it. Who is in the circle of trust right now in that bullpen? Jonathan Bolin got the first call in the 8th inning last night.
Big Bad John.
Ooh, Big Bad John.
That's it. I mean, I think it's just Donnie Baseball, Big Bad John, and Duran.
They're going to need more than that. But Bolin last night. Now, I remember this. I was actually on the air that day when it was right around the holiday season. And Matt Strom got traded for Jonathan Bolin. And when the trade happened, you're like, okay, Jonathan Bolin, sure, whatever. Never thinking this guy's going to be a key factor in the bullpen. But Matt Strom was a pretty key piece for you for the last couple of years. But I do think his time had kind of come to an end. These pitchers are volatile, bullpen guys. So it's like, do you move on from him or do you take another chance that Strom, who had been an all-star, was going to be pretty good? Well, Strom has struggled in Kansas City, and Bolin has come here, and you might make a case that right now in the circle of trust in the bullpen, he's your second best guy behind Duran.
Yeah.
So,
other than Joan Duran, it's like Bolin's the guy right now. You would have hoped it was Brad Keller or Jose Alvarado, who had been that kind of guy.
Alvarado
before.
is borderline DFA.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been brutal.
If we were
And that's
being,
a shame, too, because he's a lefty that you really need
know.
to
Well,
count on.
Tanner Banks, he got put on the injured list, but he's DFA-able. So you can make a strong case that Tanner Banks, Jose Alvarado, you're two lefties right now.
Kyle Backus, he didn't work out.
No, that both of them should be DFA'd. If let's be honest, if Jose Alvarado hadn't been Jose Alvarado to this team for the last couple of years, now, based on what he did last year, you could make an argument that he should be DFA'd.
Yeah.
The way he screwed you. But I think the Phillies brought him back thinking, all right, maybe we have him and Duran and Keller, that's going to be a strong suit for us. Well, it's blown up in your face, hasn't worked out, and now you got a disaster on your hand. But you do win the game 1-0 last night, and it was Justin Crawford getting the RBI single. Now, I'm looking at this young man over here. He has really struggled along with this. Look at the size of this pencil.
Is that a
he
pencil?
won. Yeah.
He must have won that at Maurice Pier.
That's got to be a Maurice Pier winning.
You think that's a Maurice
Maybe he
Pier,
shot
or
some
is that
basketballs.
Is that a basketball game on the board?
Look, he's dropping. He's
shot
trying
a
to
rubber
put.
ducky.
I mean, that's a
got a
nice
face
win.
on it.
Yeah, that's a nice win for that
He
kid.
doesn't know where to put it.
Threw
He's
a
like,
quarter
I'm
into
saying,
the
he's
cup.
struggling right now. Like, you don't want to put it on the ground. You don't want to. He just doesn't know what to do with it.
no, he doesn't want
I
to
like
knock things off the
Tall Vince.
table.
Tall Vince, I'd like you to ask that young man, how did he win that pencil?
Go
Vince.
for it, Tall Vince.
Yo, go ask him
How did he win that
Yeah.
pencil?
that pencil right there. Go ask him.
What game did he play that the winning was a pencil that's bigger than him?
Yes,
I mean, that's a monster pillow pencil.
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being that age winning a giant pencil and trying to carry it around the beach?
Look at Vince.
And Vince is going over there.
Excuse me here. I just want to know, where did you win that pencil?
Poor Vince.
I mean,
He's bothering them while they're trying to look at the menu.
and the kid's mother's probably like, who is this guy?
Yeah,
right.
Where'd he come from?
Leave us alone.
Yeah, you should give us a point or something. Just say, hey, we're wondering. I mean, the poor kid is like struggling with the pencil. He's sharing a seat with the pencil. It's a monster pencil that's a pillow, and he's trying to fit it on the seat with him. But
He's getting the lowdown, Vince.
Okay.
He's getting the lowdown.
Well, we'll get the lowdown for you. Anybody watch Sixers Summer League last night?
Tapped in like a little bit on my phone.
I did not. I was watching Phillies pregame live.
Wow.
Then right into the Phillies.
You missed a night last night.
And you want to go with me to the opening game this year?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
our
was
new
gonna say.
tradition. That's our new tradition.
I was. Yeah, I
Especially
watched.
I
a little bit
didn't
on
realize
the
you
phone.
guys went to the opener last year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was against the Hornets.
You guys just
Close game.
randomly went Sixers opener last year?
No,
Yeah.
we had talked about it on the air
I
with
don't
you.
remember this.
Yeah.
Quentin Grimes really
Had a
played well.
big
Was
with
that
the
the
game.
origination of Cheap Seats Pete?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
That's where it
Oh, I
started.
just thought that was a random game.
No, that was the
No,
opener.
we got free T-shirts.
Yeah.
Do you think the tickets will be the same price?
No,
No way.
no.
No way.
We're gonna be way up. We're gonna be the last row this year.
Not with LeBron James as your starting power forward.
What is the ticket guess?
$175.
What'd you pay last year?
20.
Are you willing to go to 175 for that seat?
Do we know the opponent yet? No.
No.
Right?
No, not in the opener.
I mean, if it's Sixers Hornets for 175.
yeah, but it's JB.
No, you know what it's going to be?
It's going to be JB's
a couple of
debut.
years ago. A couple of years ago, it was when Al Horford was here. The Sixers played the Celtics in the opener.
Ooh.
Would you imagine it would be Sixers Celtics?
Ooh.
My question is, though, are you willing to pay 175 for a cheap seat, Pete?
Those seats are pretty high up there, man. you really don't get a good vantage point when you're up there.
No, you don't.
It's not
good time.
It
Are
is
you
a
willing
good
to go
time,
to
though.
175 for that seat?
Hell yeah, I'll budget for that.
Wow.
For the first game of the year for JB?
Did
Now-
you
Maybe
did you
LeBron?
pre-order your Jaylen Brown jersey yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
7?
Not yet. I want to go in person to buy. I want to have it in the flesh.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I watched the Summer League game. It started at like 5:30. It was on while we were like still on the air. And then when I got home, I put it on. And I got to tell you, I love Summer League basketball. By the way, did you watch DeBanza versus
I did
Peterson
watch a
last
little
night?
bit of that, yeah.
Man, those two can play.
Yep.
Phillion is he can play.
He's
I-
better
I'm
than
not-
Jared McCain. He's got better skill set. More to offer.
More
He's
athletic.
different. He's
He's
different
more
than
athletic.
Jared McCain. But I'll tell you what he has that is tremendous. That really translates whether he can play or not.
The handle.
He can handle. He has that ball on a yo-yo string. And he's crossing dudes up. But you can see off the bat. You remember when Ben Simmons, I hate to bring him into this conversation, but you remember when he played Summer League and he was making bounce passes and full court passes and no-look passes and off-look passes? I mean, people were watching this guy and they were like, okay, this guy's really good. I remember back then getting text messages of like, all right, this guy actually looks like he's going to be a difference maker. I'm not saying Phillion's on that level, but he can handle.
He's a nice piece to add to the rotation, and you might get something unexpected out of him.
He can run the offense. He can certainly dribble, crossover, pass. I don't know how good of a shooter. He was 4 of 10 last night, which at the end, if you shoot 40% from three, you're pretty damn good.
Who does he remind you of? Like a Lou Williams or better than a Lou Williams?
Yeah,
type?
Lou Williams is actually a name I
Good
hadn't
comp.
thought of. That's
Nice
a good
comp.
Yeah.
one. I'll tell you what, when his handle, when you're watching him cross people over wearing that Sixer uniform, oof, man, he had guys on ice skates last night. But Lou Williams is actually a pretty good one. You know, if he could be a Lou Williams off the bench, little instant offense,
leading the
run
second
unit,
Mhm.
absolutely. I know it's one Summer League game. We don't like to get overly excited about the Summer League, but a lot of the things is, can my guy walk and chew gum? That's the first thing.
Yep.
Can he play? Can he walk and chew gum against guys that he's superior or supposedly superior to? Now, he's picked 22. It doesn't necessarily mean you're better than everybody out in the court, but it was pretty apparent last night that he was the best player out there.
Yeah, it was clear. His handles were unbelievable. He could get to the basket. He can score if he needs to. It's a nice pick by the 76ers. He's athletic. I like that about him as well. Listen, it's Summer League. I get it, but it's nice to see, all right, maybe the Sixers do have a piece and have a little bit more depth than maybe we thought, and we could get more out of that first round pick.
Yeah, I will definitely I I think they play. They play Saturday. I think they play Saturday is the next game for them in the summer league. It's amazing. I was watching. Did you see the highlights today? Somebody posted on Twitter. LeBron James against Dwayne Wade in the summer league game, and they were playing in an Orlando gym that literally had no bleachers. It was just like a room,
a ballroom type.
Not even a ball, just like a basketball court with walls. There was no bleachers. Why? And this is LeBron again. That's how far the summer league has come. Now there's leagues popping up all over there. You always get the Utah games with Craig Bolerjack doing the play-by-play. They got those games. Now they have the California Classic, but all the big ones are in Vegas. That's the main one.
That's the big one. And the Sixers, they play Saturday at 5:30, and then Tuesday at 4 o'clock, and then Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
Oh, man, these are 4 o'clock. Right?
Yeah.
In the middle of my day?
Right in the middle of the sports bash.
Yeah.
I mean, you're out on the West Coast. Give me some late-nighters. Give me like a little 9:30 tip
You're
time
not staying up for those games anyway, man.
What are you talking about?
You're not going to be able to make it till 11 p.m. in the third quarter of a Vegas
I watched
Summer
the
League?
Banshee versus Peterson last night.
I believe you turned those lights off and then you rolled over and went to sleep.
No, I saw Peterson hit that three at the buzzer last night when the game ended, and then he started talking some junk to somebody. He was like, you didn't think I was going to make that, now did you? I was very alert for that moment in the game. What else we got on the docket today? 609-403-0973. We got Home Run Derby. That's announced. We got the Phils win last night, so we'll do the fastball coming up here at 2:30. McGarry's going to be in the 3 o'clock hour. We're also going to be doing the Friday 5 today.
Yeah.
Now, the Friday 5 on the NFL Friday 5 on week number 8 is what we're on. Now, I was off last Friday, so I never did week number 7. So I'm going to have to do week 7 and 8.
Oh, both today.
Oh, a little double dip. Okay.
Well, I was off last Friday.
Yeah,
we had Hanging with Henning on Friday's show.
July 3rd.
On July the 3rd, right. I was off that day. So because I was looking at my sheet back in the studio, and I saw I don't have week 7 filled out. I was like, what did I do with my week 7 Friday 5 games? And then it hit me that I was off last week. So we'll do 5 o'clock, little Friday 5. We'll do week 7, and we'll do week 8. And that means we have crossed the halfway point of the summer. We are within striking distance. When you pass week 7, we are now bang into those
November games.
Yep. Yeah. We're getting to where we're starting to really feel the NFL. We're starting to feel it.
Yeah.
Also, got some, what else we got today? There was something else that is, Bill Simmons podcast. We're going to be playing some sound from the Bill Simmons podcast. I was listening to that on my drive down here today, and he did a whole segment on Joel Embiid trades. He believes, okay, so let's cue this up, Josh. He believes, Simmons does, that the Sixers are going to trade Joel Embiid. He thinks that the Sixers are going to trade Joel Embiid. And this is what Bill Simmons said on his latest Bill Simmons podcast.
I think they're going to trade Joel Embiid out, and I think they want to. I think he's available. I think teams think he's available, and I think Philly has been pretty careful about saying, we're so excited to build around Embiid, Jalen, Max, and DJ. You haven't really heard a lot of that. I think Embiid's available. And the question for me, House, would you trade for Joel Embiid?
Is that fair? Do you think that, because he is right. We haven't seen this whole thing of like, we're so excited. We can't wait for Joel and Jalen and yada, yada. It has been kind of stoic of this collaboration of Joel Embiid. Now it's like, we got this guy to pair up with Joel. You're not hearing a lot of that.
And I wonder why we haven't heard from Joel Embiid on Twitter, on social media, anything.
He's only gone to the FIFA World Cup.
Of how excited he is to finally have a good team around him. The Jaylen Brown trade. We haven't heard anything from him.
Nada. Zip.
He
Zero.
wasn't on Jaylen Brown's Twitch stream. None of that.
Did we get the story of the pencil? Where's Tall Vince at? Where did this kid get this pencil at?
He's getting overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Where'd the pencil come from?
He won the pencil, and now he's over here trying to win Matt Rife tickets.
Yeah.
He's won everything today.
He's got a crowd now.
I do not think Matt Rife is a good comedian for that young man to go see. Maybe he's got an older sister he can give.
Yeah. Well, the pencil's nice. I mean, that's a nice prize. You win that. Then he has a chance to come out and win Matt Rife tickets. So do you, by the way. Stop out at Pig Dog in Wildwood, and you can win the Matt Rife tickets. See us. We are right on the deck or whatever.
Yeah,
This is unbelievable. This place is gigantic. Whoever came up with this idea, that was nice. It was
genius.
Smart. Very good idea. This was built in 2018, they were telling me. And since 2018, it just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. And now it's, I got to say, I certainly did not envision this place being what I'm sitting in right now. So stop out and see us here. So Bill Simmons said that he thinks the Sixers want to trade Embiid. That's the question I want to ask people. Do you guys out there, do you guys think that the Sixers want to trade Joel Embiid? In other words, I don't want him here anymore. We're actively calling. Or is it more
Right.
like the right offer, we would do it?
Right. Are they open to trading him, or do they want to trade him?
Because the difference is, I think when the offseason started before Jaylen Brown, you would say they want to.
Yeah.
Because they want to get out of that contract. But now, do they think differently?
And also, Mike Gansey mentioned on the Summer League broadcast last night that Nick Nurse wants to play faster. He wants to play faster.
Well, you're not going to be able to play faster with Joel.
So that's an interesting comment from the president of basketball operations.
Gansey has said a couple things. He was on my buddy Johnny Marks' show up in Philly, and he told Middays with Marks on that show, when they asked him, he said, well, Joel's ours for now. The way he phrased that didn't – and that's why people are saying what Bill Simmons said right there.
Yep.
He's ours for now. Well, yeah. I mean,
I feel like if the right offer – I think it was the latter when you just mentioned it a couple seconds ago. I think it's the latter. If they get a deal to get off of the contract, it's considered the worst contract in the National Basketball Association.
And Paul George was number 3, I believe, right?
So if you get a deal where you're like, you know what, we can move off Joel, it makes us faster, it makes the fit better with JP and our guards, then I think they do it. But I don't think they're rushing to get off.
I think the Sixers want one identity this season. They don't want, Joel in, we play one way, Joel out, we play faster. I think they just want one identity.
My problem is, you make that trade and you have Joel, and all these years it's always been like, if Joel is healthy. Now you've almost I get it. You're not at the finish line yet. You have 3 years left of Joel at a price tag that seems astronomical. And one of the things that Bill Simmons said is that the salary cap is potentially going backwards, and that might be a problem.
And the cap's going backwards. This whole thing where the cap went backwards has been, I wish I had been more focused on it heading into the draft. This is nuts. It's $6 million lower than they projected it for this year. I think next year it's going to be in double figures. And by the time we get to the last year of the decade, I think it's going to be like $25 million less than that.
$25 million less than you thought. So you're signing these guys, and now they're saying, hey, sorry, the cap is actually getting smaller, not bigger. In what sport does that ever happen?
So you're not going to be able to keep JB, Maxey, Embiid, Edgecombe, all these guys all around at the same time.
That's right. And he thinks as well, that's why Jaylen Brown ended up getting traded, because they're saying that we see that the cap is getting smaller. All right, Sports Bash Live, 97.3 ESPN. This hour of the show is brought to you by the law offices of Craig A. Altman, proud sponsors of Philadelphia sports coverage in South Jersey. We are live at Pig Dog on the beach at Maury's Pier in Wildwood. You can come out, play a little cornhole with us, and you can win Matt Rife tickets. You can win NJ Lotto tickets. And guess what? You can come out and sit on the beach, come up and have a nice cold, rough life lager. That's a collaboration with Mudhen. They have them right here on the beach at Pig Dog in Wildwood. It's a sports match. When we come back, it's today's Phillies Fastball. Jeff and Oscar join the show next.
We have the Phillies covered.
Swing and a drive, right field, way back, forget it, out of here. Kyle Schwarber hammers one over the right wall.
Get the best Phillies baseball coverage on the Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
And it just keeps getting better.
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, welcome back. Sports Bash Live. Pig Dog in Wildwood. We're hanging out here. Everybody's just kind of chilling today. It's hot out here, but we're cool underneath the nice little gazebo. This is a monster gazebo, by the way. You could stop out and hang out with us all day. Trash can nachos, burnt ends apps, and Rough Life beers. They got them all right here. That sounds like the trash can nachos will be sampled a little bit later on in the show. I know Oscar Budijan would sit down with me and have a nice Rough Life beer. We're having a rough life watching this Phillies bullpen, but not last night, boys. It's time for Phillies Fastball. It is brought to you by Ventnor Social, the place to go to catch every Phillies game, including tonight when the Phillies take on the Detroit Tigers. It's the Nola coaster going, Aaron Nola. But last night, boys, we've been talking about the circle of trust in the bullpen. I don't know. Did they find something last night? I think if we said, who's in the circle of trust, did big bad John Bolin rocket ship up to number 2?
What do you think, Jeff? I mean, to me, there's only one guy that I trust right now, 100%. The rest is like
100%.
100%. Durant. I mean, Durant.
He's pretty much 100%.
Durant. 100%. I mean, that guy. What he's won. He has 23 saves. In
Durant 100%.
Chances.
That's fair. I thought you were talking about Bolin 100%.
No, not yet. I'm not. Hey, he still needs to do this for 2 more years for me to give him 100%. Look, by the way, Bolin was the last guy in the bullpen of the Kansas City Royals when they brought him here. He was the last guy. He did not have options. They needed to get out of him. And then that was the trade with Strom. I mean, can we bring Strom back? I think I would trust him a little bit more.
You know what, Oscar? I'm glad you mentioned the Bolin trade because look at all the years of arbitration they have left with Bolin, right? I mean, they're not going to send him down. It's clear he's a big part of this bullpen for the future. They wanted a younger, cheaper option and a guy that threw hard. And so they took a Sean Jonathan Bolin. And look, I thought he was probably going to be like the 6th or 7th option this year and would elevate over time. Maybe not this year, but 27, 28. It looks like it's happening now. Like, I'm not ready to put him over Kerkering on my trust meter yet, but he's definitely entered the picture. He's in the conversation. That Ricky Metallico was absolutely right last night. I don't know if you guys listened to the post game. He just took the ball and said, "Here it is." Like, he wasn't afraid of the ball. He wasn't afraid of the moment. Not saying that Ryan Kerkering is that, but Jonathan Bolin got an opportunity in the 8th inning last night. Don Mattingly gave him that shot, and he took the bull by the horns.
Well,
I think the story yesterday was Luzardo, guys. What that guy did was really, really, really special.
I was just about to get to Luzardo. I was going to say the Phillies go to 19-6 in one-run games, but you got to tip your cap to Luzardo, because I got to imagine it was a little weird in that clubhouse that Wheeler comes out and says, he wants to be in the All-Star game and he's mad, and because he can't, we'll go to the next guy on your team. We'll go to Luzardo. So Luzardo almost feels like, well, I guess I'm the all-star. We even know this guy wants that spot. So what does he do? He goes out and strikes out 11 guys and throws a shutout last night.
He pitched like an all-star last night. It's almost like he was proving a point like, well, wait a minute. I deserve to be here too. I think I was good enough to go to the all-star game. Over the last 6 starts, he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball.
169 ERA. 169 ERA with 56 strikeouts. Look, to me, Wheeler deserves it ahead of Luzardo in my book. And by the way, Luzardo is a countryman, so he's going to kill me after this. But the reality is, I mean, I'm going to give it the way I see it. I mean, Wheeler deserves to be in the All-Star game. I mean, Luzardo also deserves to be in the All-Star game. Look, those 3 that we have are very, very special. I mean, outside of that, and Durant, the pitching staff, I mean...
You take your chances with Zach Wheeler, Jesus Cesaro, and Christopher Sanchez in the playoff series.
It's a good problem to have, guys.
By the way, just to throw this out there as well, the Phillies have won their last 9 starts now from Jesus Luzardo. So when he pitches, they win. I mean, it's essentially coming to that point where
I think that's why I was so frustrated early in the season with Luzardo, because you gave him the contract, and I was 100% on board with him getting that contract over Ranger Suarez, just because they traded for him and they saw enough out of Jesus Luzardo last year to justify giving him that money. And like the advanced numbers said he wasn't pitching bad, but he was having those blow-up innings and having this. When they go away, when Jesus Luzardo is like this, $27 million a year seems like a bargain.
Yeah, he gets in trouble sometimes when he has runners on base. That's when things kind of unravel for him. But he's been amazing since May 24th. He has I think like a 2.14 ERA. I mean, it's just amazing what this kid has done over the last. I mean, since May 24th. That was quite a while ago.
You know what I like about Jesus Luzardo?
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I like the fire he brings, right? Talking trash to the Reds dugout last night and kind of getting fired up, even though there's no one on base getting a strikeout on a 3-2 count. That's what I think the Phillies need. They need guys like Oscar always says, they need guys like Mundito and Mundo Sosa. They need guys like Jesus Luzardo. Look, they provide that extra spark to this team.
Conversely, Brady Singer, they are 1-11 in his last 12 starts. However, he gave up 1 run over 7 1/3 last night. And you guys, we were in the text last night. It took us to the 8th inning to score on
Brady Cy
night.
Young Singer. Come on. I mean, 5 hits, guys. I mean, give me a break. I mean, he came into this game with almost a 6 ERA. I mean, almost a 6 ERA, and he left with a 4 point whatever the number is. I mean, it's just. I mean, we make some of this guy 472. We let some of these guys, I mean, just look better than what they are. This guy is a baseball machine. I mean, a bases on ball machine, and we only got 1 base on ball the entire game. I mean, it's just we just need to be a little bit more patient when we're at the plate and play it a little smarter.
All right, so we're at the by the time we talk on Monday, you guys will have. Are you doing Phillies Weekly on Sunday night?
We're not doing this. We're not doing Phillies Weekly this week. We're taking the All-Star break. I mean,
the All-Star break. That's what I was wondering. Okay,
we're both All-Stars, so we're taking an All-Star.
Yeah,
break.
sure.
Yes. So that's why I'm good. So the next time we talk, the first half of the regular season will unofficially be done. So I want to ask you guys. Okay, let's go through a couple guys here. Trey Turner, 239, 286 on base, 10 home runs. Will Trey Turner have a better second half of the season than he did in the first half?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I think we all would agree that there's no way he could be as bad. If there is an F minus, I'll probably give him an F minus. I mean, in the first half of the year, that's how bad.
I was going to give him an F. Man, you're harsher than I am.
I mean, look, it's just. I mean, it's unacceptable. Bottom line, he's making $30 million a year.
Yep.
He needs to play like a $30 million player.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Funny, I was actually talking to someone today. Someone that actually said to me on Twitter, can you imagine if Bryce Harper wins a championship here? Like, he'll be on that Schmidt, Utley, like pentathlon, like you saw in the All-Star video today. And I was like mentioning the core, like Harper, Schwarber, Wheeler, like those guys. It could be the Utley, Rollins, Howard, Hamels. I didn't mention Trey Turner in that.
All right. Well, guess what? You're right. I don't know if he's an F minus. You put his defense in there, maybe yes. But he has been highly
I think that's justified what Oscar just said. F minus.
I would agree. I would also say.
And by the way, it's not for trying. It's not for trying. He tries hard.
And he's very accountable. That's one thing I like.
I do anticipate that he will have a better second half.
Good.
Schwarber, 32 home runs, 254, 369 on base. I don't know that there's anything you can complain about with Schwarber. The only thing you could say is when he signed that deal, it was, man, is he ever going to hit 58 home runs again? Like, what if he only hits 48? Well, he is on pace to hit about 56. So I think you could say that Schwarber has been everything that you hoped for.
He's on pace to tie what he did last year, 56. And by the way, no one's ever hit back-to-back 50 home runs. No one's ever had 2 50 home run seasons in the Phillies uniform. So, and look, I still think there's more to come out of Kyle Schwarber, right? Gets the back rested up. I think there's another tear in there. I mean, would it be crazy to think he has 40 home runs by August 1st?
No way. That would be very normal to say that. I think you're well within your boundaries there. By the way, Don Mattingly let the cat out of the bag last night. It is official. Schwarber is in the home run derby.
Did you guys see all the tea leaves about Schwarber getting in? Like the whole the bat incident. I don't know if you guys saw on Reddit. And then you're already hearing behind the scenes like he's gonna be in the derby.
Well,
by the way, Kyle Schwarber
in 2018.
Kyle Schwarber is going to be a Hall of Famer. You can count on that. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
That guy, he gets to 500 for sure. But
he's his bat is very, very special. That guy is having a tremendous career. He helped the Cubs win the championship when they after so many years, and hopefully he does that for us as well.
I remember during the all season, Oscar and I were talking about this, like how upset we were. Like everybody's like, remember the whole run it back thing? And we're like, well, wait a minute. You got Kyle Schwarber back. That's a huge free agent signing.
I think they were in a really tough spot because you had to bring Schwarber back. The only concern was you had so many older guys that you're just hoping that he didn't break down somewhere in this contract. Now, year number one of it looks fantastic. So kudos to them for that. Let me go to Harper. We know elite, not elite. 261, 20 homers, 57 RBI, 367 on base. That is best on the team. Is elite Harper back?
I think the numbers do the talking. I mean, he's been incredible. To me, him and Schwarber have carried together with March this offense. We need more help. I mean, that's we're screaming for help for other parts of the lineup. You've seen stretches over the last 2 weeks with some of the guys in the bottom of the order. Crawford yesterday getting a huge base hit. We know Stott has huge numbers with runners in scoring position. He did not do it yesterday. But I do believe that Harper is the lead right now, and we just need other parts of the lineup to support Schwarber and Harper primarily.
This is where I think it gets tricky, though, right? Because the Phillies do need a bat, but can they fix all their needs at the deadline? And I don't know if, bat's high on that list.
Well, with the bullpen situation, situation right now, that bat might have been lower down the depth chart of needs right now. Let me go to Brandon Marsh. 307, 15 homers, 48 RBI, 312 on base. I mean, you can make an argument that this guy's been the most consistent bat from night to night. However, I'll ask both you guys, do you think he keeps it up in the second half? Does he have a better first half or better second half?
He's cooling off right now. I mean, I think before he had the night off, he was hitting 115 over his last 7 days. Obviously, he had a couple hits last night, but look, I don't know if he's going to hit what he hit in the first half to be an all-star, but if you can get 280 with that power from Brandon Marsh, I think that's more than fine.
I think he's going to be 80% of what he was during the first half, which is more than fine with me. Yeah. He's an all-star right now. He deserves it. I think he's going to be 80%. He's not going to be as good, but he's going to be very, very good. So overall, he's doing an incredible job this year.
He's definitely one of my A grades on this team. Yeah, I mean, I would never expect it this year.
I agree with that.
No, he has been maybe the MVP of this team. Where would they be if where would they be if Marsh was the Marsh that he normally has been, right? I mean, if he's been just
they wouldn't be 10 over. I know that.
No, they wouldn't.
I think the two big questions are Baum and Stott. Are Baum and Stott going to be significantly better in the second half than they were in the first half? That is a huge question.
And they've done this before. Remember, Oscar, we were going through on Phillies Weekly the other night, like how well they played in the second half, how many runs per game. A lot of that was out of Bohm and Bryson Stott.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Bohm was in the 150s in the first month of the season. He's up to 222, but his power's been a little better. He's got 11 homers. He actually is has one more RBI than Brandon Marsh. If I told you Bohm actually has more RBI than Marsh, you'd be like, no way. So does Bohm have a better second half than it's hard to say, well, of course he's going to, but he's been pretty good since April. He was so bad in April that his numbers don't really look good.
No, since the 2-day reset, he was fine, right? He's I got to look up the numbers again, but I think he's around 270 with an 820 OPS. It's been a while since I did that stat.
He's inconsistent. I mean, he's not as consistent, but we're going to have to answer a huge question soon. Not now, not in a month, soon. Do we need to resign Alec Bohm because Adam Miller is not ready? We're going to need a third baseman. That's the bottom line. We're going to need a third baseman next year. Who's going to be the third baseman of the Phillies?
Well, that was going to be another question that I had. That was going to be another question that I had for you is Bohm and or Stott, one of them or both of them here after August 3rd?
I think they'll both be here. Yeah, I don't think Bohm will be here after this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But, I mean, look, you have huge question marks in terms of the prospects and the injuries that are happening right now in our system and who is going to be the third baseman, who is going to be the long-term second baseman. Do you move Turner to second base? I mean, you bring somebody to play shortstop. There's huge questions this team is going to have moving forward as we start talking about whatever window we have. Rincon, he an option, a shortstop down the road. I mean, there are big questions.
There are some trade pieces too, by the way. And a lot of them are in Reading. Look for the names Rylan Heredia, who I like. I think he's a good player, but he's a free swinger. He's expendable. And unfortunately, I think Alex McFarland is another one.
All right, last one. The end of the first half of the season is this Sunday. In the second half after the All-Star break, who has a bigger impact, Nola or Painter?
Painter.
Wow.
I'll go Painter.
Wow. That I don't know how to answer that, Mike. I don't know how to answer that. That is like
that's my fastball for you, Oscar. That one.
Oscar's like I got pistachio and wasabi.
Look, I'm gonna start playing to see which ball comes out first. I mean, it's like, oh my. That is a tough question. That is a tough question. Look, I do believe the Nola we saw in the first half, which is inconsistent, it's the Nola we're getting in the second half. What Andrew Painter we're getting, it is a huge question mark for me still. I mean, can he be better than Nola? I'm not sure. I think Nola is a D plus. Can he and can Painter get there? I mean, does he have long term? Yes, absolutely, 100%. This year, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
You know what? I know the Phillies play tonight. I have a feeling Oscar and I are gonna be watching Lehigh.
Yeah, we are going to be watching.
He's throwing tonight. He's throwing tonight. Keep an eye on that. We're back with the Phillies in the second half. The Derby on Monday, the All-Star game on Tuesday, and, of course, the guys from Phillies Fastball here every day on the Sports Pass Live on 97.3 ESPN. All right, guys, enjoy the weekend.
Go Phils. Take care, guys.
Have a good weekend, guys.
All right, Jeff Kerr and Oscar Budajin, and our Phillies Fastball segment is brought to you by Ventnor Social, the place to catch every Phillies game on 20 big screen TVs. You can watch every Phillies. When we come back, it is Do You Remember? These events happened on this day in sports history. We'll share it with you. And then coming up in the 3 o'clock hour, we'll have a little fun. The Joel Embiid trade ideas. We'll throw some of those that Bill Simmons threw out there and see if we like any of them. And also, Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City joins me in the 3 o'clock hour as well. We'll tell you more about this flag football tournament that's happening on the beach in Wildwood.
You're listening to The Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, do you remember these are events that happened on this day, July the 10th? Now, it's a Friday, so we do the weekend edition, so some of the things happened on the weekend. But first one on this day, 2010. So earlier this week, we had the decision from LeBron James. On this day, though, July the 10th, 2010, Chris Bosh was traded from the Raptors to the Heat to form the Big Three, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh.
Not one, not two, not three, not four.
That never worked out.
Nope.
And aspiration wasn't involved there, so the trade with the Raptors went through.
That's a good one.
That was a great one by you.
July 11th, on this day, 1914, Babe Ruth makes his major league debut for the Boston Red Sox. He is the winning pitcher in a 4-3 win over the Cleveland Naps at Fenway Park.
Had a couple hot dogs before the game.
Right? Do you remember Babe Ruth?
My great uncle gave up 3 home runs to the Babe in a game before.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
In that game?
Not in that game. It was in the 20s, I believe.
Is Babe Ruth still the most recognizable baseball player in history?
Like lore-wise, absolutely.
Yeah. Oof. Are you going to throw out Barry Bonds? Are we counting those guys?
Sure. No, I'm just saying, like, if you say to anybody, any age bracket from 80 to 8, if you say Babe Ruth, is that the most recognizable baseball player?
I feel like the younger crowd might not know where the Babe comes from.
Well, you got to watch
They might
Sandlot.
hear it.
If
Yeah.
you watch the Sandlot,
Then you know.
Then you know who Babe Ruth
Yep.
is.
Final one on this day, July the 12th, Disco Demolition Night at Comiskey Park. It becomes a huge failure as a fire is set on the field, and the second game of the White Sox doubleheader had to be forfeited.
Oh, my gosh.
Would that be the biggest blunder of a promotion?
It's got to be up there.
It's
got to be up there.
Dollar Dog Night got banned, right?
Yeah.
From Citizens Bank Park.
Now it's a BOGO.
Now BOGO.
Yeah. You got to go back to Dollar Dog Night. But that's Disco Demolition. They did like a 30 for 30 on that.
Wow. I don't think I've seen that one.
It was somebody did something on it. All right, when we come back, Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City's here. We'll get his take on the Phillies' first half of the season. Should the Sixers try to trade Joel Embiid? All that and more. It's all next hour. We're live at Pig Dog at Maurice Piers in Wildwood on this Happy Hour Friday.
home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They've got him. It's a sack.
Sixers.
Oh, baby.
And Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
All right, hour two of the show. We're live at Pig Dog in Wildwood at Morey's Pier. And, of course, all weekend long, Battle on the Beach, flag football tournament. Are participating. We are participating on the deck today at Pig Dog. They got the trash can nachos, burnt ends, apps, and then the Rough Life beer. We're having a rough life here, Mike McGarry from the press of Atlantic City. We're outside on the beach doing our show. Everybody's hanging out and having a good time. It's the end of the first half of the baseball season. How are you, my friend?
Not as good as you guys are doing, certainly. It looks like you got a nice setup down there, basically.
We are, yes, we are at the water park. I mean, you got the rides, people are on the beach. I mean, this is summer at the shore at its finest. Let me get your take on that. Well, last night we got a Phillies 1-0 win, right? This is the epitome of this season. Great pitch game. You know, you get Luzardo go 7. You need to go to the circle of trust. Who do you trust? Jonathan Bolin is the guy, and it's still 0-0. You get a hit from the guy at the bottom of your lineup. I mean, that game last night encapsulates almost everything that is this Phillies season, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly was. It sort of showed what their questions are, and it also showed what is their best quality, and I think it's their resiliency. They're never out of the game. They always keep fighting. So, again, you worry about the big guns in the lineup not producing. Like you said, the bottom of the lineup comes through. You worry about that bullpen. But at the end of the day, the resiliency that they show on a night-in and night-out basis is probably their best quality.
Yeah, and we talk about it often. You get to Duran. How do you get there? When they traded for Jonathan Bolin, it was Matt Strahm for Jonathan Bolin. I can't imagine anybody thought that he may be a key figure. But is he now vaulting up your circle of trust in the bullpen?
Well, he is, he has pitched well, and he's also vaulting up the circle of trust, as you say, by default, because other guys are falling past him. It's almost like, he's trying to climb that rock wall, and other people are slipping and falling past him, basically. He has pitched well this season, and it has been a very good trade. We criticize Dave Dombrowski often, but Matt Strahm for Jonathan Bolin right now looks like a very good trade. However, I am not going to go crazy at this point and decide that in the 8th inning of the game in October, I want to see Jonathan Bolin in there. I still think this bullpen needs help, at least one arm, maybe two, depending on what Bolin does the rest of the season and depending what Keller does, as he comes back from his injury and depending on what, Kirkring does. There's a lot of, nothing really set in stone in that bullpen except for Duran right now.
Nope, not at all. And Mike, if we talk back in March and April, it's right-handed bat. And then we saw the pitching staff, Nola up and down, Nola coaster, not feeling great there. Painter gets demoted. I don't know if you go into All-Star break thinking that bullpen is the top of the chart for what they need, or do you have a different pantheon?
No, I'm all in on the bullpen, Mike. I know we talked about the offense and getting that bat, and yeah, maybe that needs to be helped. But I almost think, Mike, that there's been so much, obviously, focus on their postseason failures, and there's been so much focus on the offense not getting it done in those postseason failures, that the bullpen has kind of skated and not gotten the full attention or the full blame it deserves for the loss to the Astros in 22, for the loss to the Diamondbacks in 23. Remember game 1 of the division series against the Mets in 2024. Zach Wheeler leaves with a 1-0 lead. The bullpen immediately blows it. Remember game 1 of last year's NLDS, up 3-0 in game 1. Bullpen blows that lead. So to me, the bullpen has not, the offense's troubles have sort of overshadowed the bullpen's troubles. And plus, Mike, I think the bullpen is the easier, and in quotes, the easier thing to fix rather than getting a big bat. I think there are more people out there, more relievers available than there are hitters. But I think this bullpen needs to be fixed, because without it, you're diminishing the team's greatest strength. The team's greatest strength is their starting pitching. And if you don't have a bridge between that starting pitching and Duran, well, then you're negating what is your best strength. So it's almost a double whammy if you don't fix the bullpen.
Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City, pressofac.com. I know we're a month to the trade deadline, but the All-Star break is here, so now they have a chance to kind of sit and put the pieces together of the plan. Mike, would you predict that there will be a big move, or do you think it's more of a small, around the edges feel to this team right now?
I think they're going to make a big move, Mike. I think whether that's a big time reliever, someone in the vein of maybe Chapman, although the Boston Red Sox just swept the Chicago White Sox and they are now climbing back into the playoff race. So are they going to be willing to trade a guy like Chapman? Who knows? Certainly the Mets have some relievers that we've talked about. I think they're going to make a big move, because to me, Mike, and I really wonder if you agree with this, to me, I have a sense, especially, you look at 2027, everybody's a year older. If they fail in the playoffs this year, it's kind of like they really can't, quote unquote, run it back like they did after last season. I think 2027 could be a transition year. So to me, I think they're going to do everything they can to try to get this 2026 team home. I think that the ages of the players on the team, plus you don't know what type of season you're going to have next year. So I think the Phillies are going to really swing for the fences here. And I think they have to, Mike. This kind of snuck up on us, but look at the Miami Marlins. Same exact record as the Phillies. Best record in baseball in June, 6-2 in July. I mean, there's no guarantee that these Phillies are going to automatically be one of the 6 teams. So you got to make sure you even get to October right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. That Marlins team is coming. They are, young, and a lot of people don't know who they are. The Braves team feels like it's fallen down. And by the way, don't count the Braves out for making a power move here. They see that they're crumbling. So it seems that the Braves might be in play to add something big because of their struggles. And then the Marlins are coming after you. And I would imagine if they're hanging around by August the 3rd, they have the ability to make a move.
Yeah, and you have the Cubs and the Brewers and the Dodgers. I think coming out of the All-Star break, Mike, this is going to be a fascinating test for the Phillies, right? They've got the Mets coming out of the All-Star break. Then I believe they've got the Dodgers and the Yankees. I think that whatever 9-10 game stretch is going to be really interesting and could go a long way towards determining, what moves they need to make, or, what kind of season they're going to have the rest of the way. So I think this is a team that they kind of got to keep the pedal to the metal with this 3-game series in Detroit. Things shape up good for them there with Sanchez on Saturday. You like to see him sort of bounce back and turn in a good effort. You've got Wheeler on Sunday. And then coming out of the break, I think it's going to be a fascinating, 10 days or 2 weeks with the Mets, Dodgers, and Yankees on the horizon.
All right, Mike, obviously we've got the home run derby Monday night. Don Mattingly. Let me ask you about Mattingly. Well, he said the other day that he wants to be the manager, or he would. I don't know. Did you feel like he was giving himself a ringing endorsement? What did you make of that whole back and forth there with Buster Olney?
Yeah, I was not surprised, Mike. Don Mattingly is a competitor, and I thought he kind of downplayed it when he came here as a bench coach. I told a lot of people in the offseason, I probably even told you, that I thought Rob Thompson better get off to a fast start, because with the next major league manager, especially one as accomplished as Don Mattingly sitting there, it would be so easy to make a switch if the team got off to a slow start, and that came out true. I think Don Mattingly has done a good job, and being around him a little bit, he's very, he's very honest without, I think, tearing down the players, and he's very, I heard Jim Salisbury say today on his podcast, he's very comfortable in his own skin. He is Don Mattingly. I mean, he knows who he is, basically, and there doesn't seem to be much on the baseball field that can happen that sort of phases him. So, and he's a competitor too. That's what I think regular people or normal people or people like me and you don't understand. These guys are competitors. They think they can succeed at anything they do, and he's a competitor. Like he said, he signed a 2-year deal with the Phillies. So I'm not surprised that he said he would like to manage again with the success he's had. Again, I think it's too early. There's no reason to rush. You see where they are at the end of the season, what they accomplish, and then you can decide to go from there. But I'm not surprised that Don Mattingly sort of, threw his baseball cap in the ring for staying as the Phillies manager.
All right. Well, the Phillies, obviously, are you on the team Harper or Schwarber for the home run derby on Monday night?
Mike, I'm lucky enough. I'll be covering the home run derby on Monday night, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've never been to. Well, I was at the one in '96 that Barry Bonds won, but that one was conducted during the day. I don't think it was shown in prime time, stuff like that. So I haven't been to a home run derby since the home run derby became, the home run derby. I'm kind of interested to see how the event plays out in person as opposed to how it plays out on TV. For me, I don't know about you, but for me, watching it on TV, I always get pumped up. Oh, tonight's the home run derby. Then I watch for the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, this is neat. And then I start flipping around, see what else is on, and then I come back in at the end to kind of see see who wins or something like that. So I'm interested to see how it will unfold in person. And I would love to see, Harper and Schwarber get to the final and sort of face off against each other. I think that would just be a great moment for baseball and a great moment for Philadelphia and a great moment to see. So that's what I would be rooting for. But I'm actually anxious to see what is this event like to attend in person. What's the buzz in the stadium? Is it better live than it is on TV?
Well, obviously Citizens Bank Park is the backdrop, and it's a baseball weekend, Mike. And I saw there's a couple locals. What are we looking at for draft this weekend? We've had some names called in recent years. Will we hear some more again?
Yeah, we're certainly hear Cameron Fluke's name, right? Egg Harbor Township graduate from 2023. I just did a big story about him at pressofac.com. Went down to Coastal Carolina, pitched great last season, led them to the College World Series. This year, a rib injury kind of slowed him down, but we expect him to be selected in the first round and join, Mike Trout back in 2009 with the Angels, Chase Petty from Mainland Regional back in 2021 with the Minnesota Twins. So we certainly expect Cameron Fluke's name to be called out and him to be a first round draft choice. Kid from EHT. And all you need to know about what type of kid he is, if you check the EHT baseball social media accounts, yesterday he went to the camp that the EHT coach Brian Carmichael runs, stayed there, met the campers, signed autographs. That's the type of kid he is. He hasn't forgot where he's come from and obviously remembers when he was a camper at the same camp. So we expect to hear his name. And also at some point this weekend, our press player of the year and the New Jersey player of the year, Alex Weingartner of St. Augustine Prep. He's ranked about 150 right now. So he should hear his name called in the draft also this weekend.
Very cool. So, yeah, it's always nice to see some people locally here. I know C.J. Eggery is also hoping to get drafted as well. He was the Patriot League Player of the Year. He came out and talked to my team the other night, working with them at practice, and he's hoping to get his name called. So a couple of names will be definitely Fluke will be called early, potentially Weingartner as well. So for all those local guys out there, good luck to them and their families for this weekend. Before we get you out of here, all right, obviously, so you and I listen to a lot of the same podcasts, it seems like, right?
Right. Good taste.
Yeah, well, you're on the Jimmy Traina podcast. You're on the Bill Simmons podcast. So
right.
I don't know if you heard the latest Bill Simmons podcast because it just came out. I was driving down to Wildwood today, and I was listening to his Joel Embiid trade ideas. Did you hear any of those?
I did hear some of those ideas, yes. I hit every podcast almost as soon as it comes out because you said the keyword driving. I drive a lot, and podcasts are my choice of entertainment. So there you go.
Yeah, so he had basically everyone that he threw out there got shot down by Jay House. But the one that he threw out there was one that I threw out about a month ago when the Pistons got eliminated, which was Jalen Duren. Like, if you're the Pistons, I don't know that they want to sign him to that deal, but if you're the Sixers, it's like, hey, can you pair up Joel Embiid and Cade Cunningham? You pay Duren the money, we'll pay him, and we'll do a sign and trade. That one, to me, is one that still is interesting to me.
Yeah, it's intriguing, right? Because the 76ers still haven't kind of answered the question. If they make that trade and move on from Joel Embiid, now they're committing to this core, to the Jaylen Brown, to the Maxeys, to the Edgecombs, and they're going forward and saying, we're going to play with this core, right? The downside of that is there's no doubt that, like Joel Embiid was in the Boston Celtics series, for 3 games, he showed why he was an MVP. And when remotely healthy, he's one of the dominant players in the NBA. The caveat to that is the next series on the Nets against the Knicks, he misses 1 game and slides backwards. So it's almost like this playoffs gave you the best of Joel Embiid and the worst of Joel Embiid. Again, I will say, to me, if I was the Sixers, I would think very much about making that deal because, again, I don't know how you become a successful basketball team with a player, one of your top players, not knowing how much he's going to play, when he's going to play, if he's going to play. I just think that's too much for a team to overcome and sustain consistent success. So if I was the Sixers, I would look to move on from him, especially since you've got this sort of new core of Edgecombe and Brown. But, boy, it is a tough decision to turn your back on a guy as talented as Joel Embiid because, hey, if you trade him and then he stays healthy in Detroit and plays 65 games and Detroit beats you in the playoffs, boy, then you've got some egg on your face. So it's a tough decision. Do we go forward without him and have a true team? And if we do that, we're turning our backs on one of the most unique talents in maybe the history of basketball. That's a tough decision.
Well, and one of the reasons why is like you have him on this 3-year deal, and you know the deal stinks. However, you finally got him pieces that could win without it, you would think. And that if he's there, if he can make it, like this year, he did get to the playoffs, and I know he had the appendectomy, and he caused him to miss a game or two. But, he had said that the knee problems were kind of behind him. But he has, when he had Jimmy Butler, his future was uncertain. Butler's was. Jaylen Brown is signed with him. So you can say, hey, look, much like we tried with Paul George, we're going to take 3 bites of the apple at this. That's why I feel like they're in a much different situation than they were before they had Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I mean, the hope would be, and you got to take Embiid at his word, that he said his problems in the playoffs this year were not related to his knee. He seemed to indicate that his knee felt as good as it has in a long time, that the problems were because of the appendectomy, and that's what cost him the missed time and everything else like that. Again, I've said this before, if they can talk to Joel Embiid and say, okay, hey, you're going to play 45 to 50 games, but when you play those 45 to 50 games, you're going to play a complementary role to the Brown, Maxey, Edgecombe core. You're going to be more of a defensive guy. You're going to be more of a rebounding guy. That's what we need to go forward. And then in the playoffs, when the game slows down, we'll play more through you. We'll get you the ball on the foul line. Even in the close end of regular season games, we'll look for you more. But I think if they can convince Embiid to play that way, I think that's the way the Sixers can sort of maximize the talent that they have on the roster. Make Embiid a complementary piece for most of the regular season, but just know that, it's almost like having a weapon in your back pocket or something special in your back pocket there that you can bring out the Embiid who can score 25 to 30 points a game when you need them in the playoffs or in the fourth quarter of a regular season game. I think that is what I would probably try to do if I was the Sixers. Convince him to change his style to complement the other guys. So we're not playing one way with Maxey and one way with Embiid.
Mike McGarry for the Press of Atlantic City, pressofac.com. All right, everybody. Sports Fest live at Pig Dog in Wildwood. It's a nice day down here, Mike. If you happen to be just cruising around down here, we got a bunch of beers. We got a lot of food. There's a lot of people. It's a good time, man.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends down in Wildwood. Brian Kniff, Tim Gallagher, Jay Flanagan. Maybe I'll text them and have them stop over and have one for me down there. Wildwood's a great time. That's a great spot down there.
It's a good time in the summertime. Mike McGarry, everybody, make sure you follow him at AC Press McGarry, and he is back here on Monday on the Sports Bash. Thanks, man.
All right, we'll see you down the road, Mike. Thanks.
All right, there's Mike, and of course, we'll see him down the road. He's always on the road. Getting ready for the weekend. You got to think about coming to Pig Dog in Wildwood. That's where we are. Maurice Pier, Pig Dog, Wildwood. If you're thinking about what am I going to do to start my weekend. Now, what time does this place stay open?
Oh, it stays open pretty late. I'm pretty sure.
So it's not just a daytime affair, here, right? Yeah. You can come out here at night, and like I got to imagine that this place is a spot. We've got
this is like Disney World, you know. I mean, you got amusement park, you got water slides, you got Pig Dog, you got the beach, you got everything.
Yeah, what's going
10
on?
10 p.m. 10 p.m.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, so we got time. We're done till 6, which means you can come out and hang out with us, and then stay here till like 10 o'clock. The bar is rocking right now. By the way, people are coming off the beach, and they are hanging out.
Oh, they're having a good time.
Good time. No, there's young kids here too, so you can bring the family.
Yep.
They got picnic tables. If you want to sit up at the picnic table, and they got a great little menu here. Check it out here. You got all sorts of platters, trash can nacho sandwiches. They got salads. They got also, if you're saying, hey, Pig Dog, what do you got for me? You got salads if you want to go a little healthy there, right? You got platters, sandwiches, all sorts of crazy stuff. Then they got the cocktail menu here.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, what are you going with? You going with a little Hidden Sands, strawberry wheat, little the beer that they got going here today is the collaboration there with Mud Hen. It's called Rough Life. It is a nice lager for you.
I got my wife and kid on the beach right now. They're going to come up here at 6 p.m. We're going to have dinner right at that picnic table right there.
Oh, nice. How about it? All right, when we come back, one of the reasons we're down here this weekend, the Battle on the Beach flag football tournament. It is an enormous tournament, 250 teams. We're going to get the origination of how it all occurred. How did it get to Wildwood? It's all coming up next right here on the Sports Bash Live on 97.3 ESPN.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
When I'm driving, I got a guy on the radio who talks to me. I can't see him, but he talks to me.
On 97.3 ESPN.
Welcome back, everybody. We're live at Pig Dog on the beach at Maury's Pier in Wildwood. Yeah, man, it is the battle on the beach all weekend long. And Brian and John are with me. They're going to be throwing this on all weekend long. I got a chance to go check out the fields as they are setting it all up. And look at my hands, man. Bang. Look at that.
Yeah, tuck it.
Little tuck.
Pound it.
Hard tuck. Bang.
Tuck it. Pound.
Oh, I got to switch.
Ball.
I'm a lefty.
Ball.
I'm a lefty, yeah.
All right.
Brian and John, thanks for having us out here. Battle on the Beach tournament. Bigger. I was on my way over here. They told me last year, like 210 teams, which sounds enormous. You're up to 250 this year.
We were excited last year. This year, we're, beyond excited. And every year you get more and more excited. You get more and more nervous. It's been a lot of fun. Right, Brian?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of planning. To think 10 years ago we started it with 8 teams.
Wow. I was going to say, what's the origination? You say 210 last year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So obviously you got to a point where you're over 200. Now 250. You started with
8 teams.
8 teams.
4 divisions. Everybody played each other 3 times.
they got sick of looking at each other. But it was fun. And even those 8 teams were just kind of silly, kind of enjoying the game and enjoying the weekend because they were the pioneer to the program, and it was pretty great. Before that, my daughter was out here playing soccer, and Maury's Piers has been fantastic to us, to the community and the South Jersey, and putting great things on here. And we watched my daughter play soccer like 2 years in a row when she was a little kid. And I said to Brian, Brian, what do you think? He goes, dude, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
And, Brian had been doing flag in Gloucester County for 3 years previous to that, right, Brian? And I said, what if we called up Maury's? So we called up Maury's Piers and
Let's
said,
just call up Maury's.
Call him up. Right, Brian? Go ahead.
And it just took off. I mean, couple meetings, they love the idea. We love the partnership. Mark, Bill, Meredith have been great.
Yep.
Couldn't be happier. I mean, just they're there to support us all along. Whatever marketing we need. We need golf carts to get us more every year.
So paint the picture for Saturday and Sunday what this collaboration and configuration all looks like. You got the pier here. You got the water slides here. You got all this. You got the beach. And you got the fields. Like, give us a little look at what it looks like.
You missed one ingredient. The enormity of the people and the amount of people that are out here. Okay? And when Brian and I set this out, and we've been steadfast with this idea, is that we want families, because it's a party.
Yeah.
And the kids and the parents, they walk the boardwalk for 4 straight days. They get to walk the boardwalk. And then mixed in is then the football. And the football's, when everybody gets all geeked and yelling up and down about. But then the families get to enjoy it. And that's what's really, really cool. You summed it up, but then, we got the families coming out and having a great time. And then, it's go time.
Yeah, total of 247 games going on.
No, check. Oh, yes, right. Tomorrow.
And then another 160, I think 190.
Oh,
total.
that many?
Yes,
okay.
On Sunday.
And the collaboration that I bring up is that these kids are playing football and then they're walking the boards, but they're coming here. They're getting a chance to enjoy the water park and the rides and everything. That's all for being a part of the battle on the beach.
Flag football is a bonus to them this weekend.
I think when I was riding over, you're talking about the golf cart. Yeah, I'm riding over the golf cart. I'm looking at the field and I'm thinking, like, can you imagine being a kid and getting that opportunity to go down here and just play football on the beach all weekend? And I guess it's a testament of how we keep hearing how big flag football's getting. In fact, we were just talking about this yesterday.
Well said.
So, U.S. soccer gets knocked out. And one of the big thing is, the pay for play. It's so hard for these kids. And it's almost in every sport. And I said, the one sport is football, where you don't have like these like travel teams where you have to pay all this money. And someone said, well, you're starting to get flag football now. It's starting to be.
Yeah, that was tongue in cheek on your part there. Yeah, I mean, because the expansion, I mean, you've seen it. I mean, right now is when flag football is running their U.S. championships.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen the advertisements on ESPN, on other locals saying we're broadcasting the U.S. championships. It's go time, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And what's awesome is that it's for everybody. I mean, there's little squirts, there's girls. The girls are expanding more and more.
Girls have a high school now.
It's fantastic. It's Brian's daughter. Go ahead, Brian.
Yep.
Plug it.
She's quarterback for GCIT.
Woo! Cheetahs.
Yeah.
And this starts at, what, 5 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're 5 to 7. 5 age groups and adults.
Yep.
And then a true girls divisions in 3 of them, right, Brian?
10, 11, 12 to 14 in high school.
It's
so when does this, like, in your mind start to hit, like, man, this thing's getting bigger and bigger? Like, when did it was the realization of, it went from 8 teams, that sounds cool.
When we hit 149 teams 2 years ago, I'm like, all right, it's going to just take off from here year after year.
When do you start putting like this together? When do the teams start
Tuesday.
Like if somebody, seriously, if
Tuesday. He said it.
Well, if somebody's listening and they're like, well, I got a bunch of kids who want to do this. Like, how do they get involved?
They can follow us on Facebook,
socials,
on
yep.
TikTok. I put out the registration information in there right away. And as soon as we open it up, they can register. And
well, let me ask you this: where are you getting the teams from? Are they local? Is it Jersey?
You ready?
Is it all over?
Ready? I'm going to give you cities: Boston, Albany, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, Richmond, and then draw that radius from here and everything in between. So it's pretty good.
Yep.
12 states, Brian?
12 states, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mass, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey,
So
Pennsylvania,
the
Virginia,
word of
New York.
mouth that started to expand and get out there.
The word of Facebook's mouth, right?
Yeah.
And Insta and blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's if you're, as you said, this is growing. The sport itself is growing.
Yeah.
You talk about girls, and now it's a high school sport. I'm sure there's a crew listening up in Long Beach Island right now, and they're saying, "Wait a second, next year."
Yep.
We want to be on the beach. They can start on Tuesday to start entering for next year.
Hey, guys,
yeah.
Those of you listening, those of you who are interested, I'm telling you, it's the same weekend. Look at your calendars now.
The 10th.
It is the weekend after 4th of July.
Yeah.
4th of July is 4th of July here in Wildwood. There's other events previous to it. We are the penultimate event the weekend after 4th of July.
Yep.
Look at your calendar. It's already there.
So it's Saturday all day.
Yep.
What time are you guys here tomorrow?
We'll be here at 5.
Yeah, we'll be here at 5 a.m.
a.m.
I was here.
When did the games?
Here at
So
4:45.
what like
games start
spectators?
Yeah.
Anybody can just
Anybody
freely
can watch.
walk out
Yep.
there and
Yep.
watch games
Yep.
and hang out all day.
You'll see the families, the fans, lining each sideline. You'll see the beachgoers walking through everything. Oh, this is great! Oh my God!
Yeah.
What do you do this every year? Yep. Mm-hmm.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yep.
Now, let me ask, like, in terms of competitiveness, do you get teams that are here that are highly competitive,
When's
and
the
you
chip?
have some teams here that want to use the water park?
They are the 5 to 7-year-olds and the parents of the 5. They're the most competitive people out here.
Yeah. Yep. It's there. What you think it is, and then there's smiles and there's tears and there's awesome competitive nature, and there's like, hey, we lost all 3, but we had a blast.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'll tell you, when they, I know they do. I think they do like a baseball tournament on the beach here in.
I believe mid to end of August. Yeah, there's
Mudhead with Maurice.
Yeah. And I said, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
It's got to be, but, you come down on the beach in the summertime. I know you play wiffle ball when you're a kid, but you see these guys out here. They're playing football on the beach. That's a heck of an idea.
And then they go hop in their Jeeps and ride on the Jeep. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then Monday, it's all over.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm sitting right there.
Yep.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, boys. This is awesome. 250 teams.
Awesome.
It is a Saturday all day, Sunday all day.
Yep.
And if your team wants to get involved next year, you get passes for Maurice Pier. You get to use the whole
4 days,
kit and
Friday
caboodle.
to Monday.
Wet and dry rides.
Really?
Yep.
Friday to Monday.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
You're going to get a wristband from Maury's. You're going to get a wristband from us. And 4 days, not just the 2 days of Saturday and Sunday. That's why,
it's a bonus. It's a bonus.
Oh, it's
flag football's a bonus.
It's ridiculous what they get for coming down. Yes,
it
is great.
That is all. I didn't realize you
Yes.
get the whole, bang. You're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Yep.
and you get to hang out Monday, and then
Yep.
finally unwind, go into.
Yep.
Have a little pig dog. You get a little rough
Yep.
life.
Oh,
And if you're of age, and by the way, you have 18 and older teams.
Yep.
This isn't just middle school, young kids, high school.
You got the high school, freshmen, sophomore, senior, junior, seniors, but then there is the true adult team. Brian, what do we have this year? 12?
We have
13.
a total of 13 adults.
13, yeah. A competitive division and a fun division, and they'll both grind and have a great time doing it.
You get I'm assuming you get teams that come back and
yeah. The adult
the
teams
defending champions are back from last year.
They let you know. Yeah,
right.
It's
And
pretty cool.
they'll let you know they're nationally ranked teams too.
That's it. Yeah, right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Brian and Jeff, the Battle on the Beach tournament. It's this weekend, all weekend long, right here on the beach in Wildwood, Schellinger Avenue.
Skellinger. Yeah.
I always have trouble with that. Yeah.
I
They
like
asked me, what street are you on? Because I parked, right here on Skellinger Avenue.
Skellinger.
And I said, I'm on Schnellinger. He says, no,
I
you're
like
on
it.
Skellinger.
All right, Brian, rename. Yep.
Yep.
To Mike McGill, Schellinger Ave.
Yep. Schellinger.
Cheers.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks
Good
for
luck
having
with
us.
everything.
Thanks, guys.
250 teams. If you're in the Wildwood area tomorrow, out there listening, come by and check it all out. If your team wants to be a part of it, Battle on the Beach flag football tournament. They are going to be registering people for next year, Tuesday.
No, not that early, but yeah, stay tuned. You won't miss it. Thanks, Mike Gill.
250 teams this year. Next year, we hope to see 3 bills, 3
Ooh,
hundos.
That I like it. Thanks,
All right,
Mike Gill.
everybody. Yeah, you got it, guys. Brian
Cheers.
and Jeff, thanks so much. We got so much more going on. Football at 4 is coming up here in 20 minutes. Adam Caplan has football at 4 today. He is giving us his 5 biggest concerns about the Eagles' offense. That is coming up at 4 o'clock today on the Sports Bash Live on 97.3 ESPN.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Never thought this radio stunt would catch on so big.
On 97.3 ESPN. It's the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
This is somewhere between odd and disrespectful for me, because the normal course of business would be, hey, I'm speaking to the agent or I'm speaking to the player, at least sending a text message. This sounds like someone wanting an ex to leave a message on the answer machine begging for forgiveness and to take them back. Like, this just seems really weird. Like, I want you to sit at the kiddies table and just wait for me to come deal with you. I want you to want me so much that I want to hear you beg. Like, it just seems really strange to do business this way.
Chris Canty on Unsportsmanlike this morning. That's our Unsportsmanlike moment of the day. He doesn't like the way that this is being handled by LeBron James and Rich Paul. It's essentially like he wants a voicemail, and you pitch him over a voicemail, and then he'll play the voicemails for LeBron, and it's like, hey, here's so-and-so. Here's what he left the voice message for. Does anybody else agree that the way this is being handled is almost circus-like?
It's a little awkward.
It's weird.
No question.
He's on the golf course. He doesn't want to be bothered.
Well, listen.
I mean, when he went to Miami, it was face-to-face meetings, right? I mean, it was kind of.
Well, was it? Didn't
everybody got a chance to talk to him face-to-face?
But listen, I get it. He's at the end of the line here. Number one, does he already know where he wants to go? Now, what did you find earlier? You were showing me something from Windhorst.
Oh, we're going to play something during the Nuggets. Windhorst says.
Breaking news.
Yeah, he might have a source that says they might know where LeBron's playing next. We'll play it and how he worded it.
Let's hold on a second here. So everybody in Cleveland thinks he's going back to Cleveland. Is that where we were leading up to today? That it was essentially like he's going back to Cleveland. Like, there were people like, oh, I know a guy.
Yeah.
He said he's
well,
going to
he's
Cleveland.
saying
Cleveland's saving a roster spot for Bronny
Wendy
James.
was on ESPN Cleveland, a station out there, and said it's another team that it's already signed, sealed, and ready
this
to go.
thing is flipped all of a sudden. Now, look up the Kalshi number.
So this
because that
circus
number
is a little better. If he doesn't go to Cleveland, this circus is a little. I can swallow that.
I just don't understand the fit in Cleveland. Still doesn't do anything for me. Like, you're going to have ball-dominant James Harden, dribble, with LeBron James just standing there catching and shooting on the wing, and then what is Mitchell going to do? Like, it just doesn't feel like a good fit to me. I just don't like the fit if I'm LeBron James, unless they find a way to get Daryl Morey to get hired by the Cavs so that James Harden decides he doesn't want to go back and play in Cleveland. Like, it doesn't fit for me. So this whole thing with Cleveland is such a wonky fit. But it seems like all week long, everyone's like, oh, isn't LeBron's high school buddy, like, wasn't he hired as the assistant GM?
Yeah, Brandon Weems. Yeah.
To be the assistant GM for the Cavs.
Yeah.
So, like, people are like, yeah, everybody back here thinks he's going home one more time. But I'm not feeling it.
Are you surprised that LeBron has not talked to any NBA executives for these 5 teams? It's been all Rich Paul. And LeBron is not handling.
Except for Rich Paul has had a face-to-face with one guy.
Bob Myers.
Bobby M.
Does that do anything for anybody?
I think it does. It's something.
It has to, yeah.
He has a relationship there. He essentially made the pitch of, we got Jaylen Brown. This is your best opportunity to win. That was the pitch. It was live on the podcast, and LeBron doesn't need a voice memo. He could just go watch on Netflix.
By the way, that number has dropped big time. Cleveland's down to 44%. Miami's at 30%. Golden State's at 15%. And Philadelphia's up to 10% now.
Back to 10.
That's as high as I see.
So Philly is still last in line, though. They're behind Golden State. I don't like that.
Here's Rich Paul saying that they're doing this year what they did back in 2014.
The process has always been the same thing. In 2014, there was 4 meetings. He wasn't in none of them. The Lakers flew in, Cuban flew in, Phoenix.
And they just met with you?
Just me. Yeah. And I learned
then
a
you
lot.
leave and you go, listen, this is what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So he's saying there's nothing different this time around.
I don't buy that.
That LeBron didn't go face-to-face.
That's what I was just saying. I said I don't think they went face-to-face back in the day. And he mentioned it right there. So I think, listen, I still think it's going to be Cleveland, but, I mean, Wendy's saying otherwise, and we'll play that in the next hour because it's all over the place. It's just NBA free agency slop. You're going to get reports from here. Someone heard from this guy and that gal and this one. It's going to get nuts until he actually signs.
Now, we talked about it just the other day on the Bill Simmons podcast. He had talked about them that LeBron takes off until like Christmas, plays golf. Remember last year, he missed like the first 30 games of the year with the sciatica nerve.
Yeah.
So he might say, you know what, I didn't play last year for the first 30 or so games, and I kind of liked it. So
drag it out?
Would we be shocked if he just didn't play?
No. I'm not shocked at anything with LeBron. They're going to try something crazy no matter what.
I don't know, man. I feel like LeBron down the stretch here is thinking to himself, do I really want to play for a full season? Why don't I take a little break and have myself...
Him and Joel can golf together.
Joel golf?
I don't know. He can learn. LeBron just learned within the last year.
No, we need LeBron. We need Maxey is another thing here that we got to talk about because Rich Paul talked about this on his latest podcast, which is, Max Kellerman brought it up about how big Maxey is in this whole thing. Here's what he said.
First of all, none of these lists are accurate. No one knows what the list is. But with that being said, if there is a draw from the Philadelphia 76ers, of course, it starts with Tyrese Maxey. Absolutely. Not just because I represent both players.
So it's the draw is Maxey.
As it should be, right? I mean, as it should
So is
be.
there pressure on Maxey now? Does he need to be? He's in the Bahamas right now with VJ Edgecombe. You got to get your ass home and make the pitch.
Edgecombe was pitching on Instagram Live. Jaylen Brown was with iShowSpeed pitching to LeBron James.
That was terrible.
Somebody asked Saquon
iShow
Barkley.
Speed needs to get out of the universe. That guy stinks on ice. Whoever's following iShow Speed, you suck
He
at
is
life.
massive,
He
dude. He is
stinks.
massive.
I know he's big. But
They had
people,
him. The
he
WWE had him
stinks.
at WrestleMania.
And he was awful in WrestleMania.
He's got 51.4 million followers
We
on
have a
Instagram.
lot of losers out there because iShow Speed sucks. That was so bad. He was so bad. His pitch was, come play with Paul George. You're talking to the guy who got traded for Paul George, you jackass.
Yeah, it was a bad job.
It was bad.
He's horrible.
He's a soccer fan.
Yeah, guess what? It shows. By the way, we got the trash can nachos over here.
That
Look
was
at
an
this thing.
unbelievable
Look
scene.
at this. We got the burnt ends apps. Now, these are amazing. These burnt ends are just absolute. Oh, look at that on the YouTube channel. These are the trash can
Dude, this
nachos.
thing is massive.
And
Holy moly.
Bill over here keeps offering me the Rough Life beer, but I said, I can't
Maurice
have
Bill
the
has an
beer yet.
appointment at 5:30. You said.
I told him, hold off till like 5:30. We got the Rough Life beer with the collaboration, but Bill's been over. He keeps offering me the beer, and I'm like tempted to take it. Football at 4 is coming up next with Adam Caplan. Stick around. And Football at 4 is powered by the Inside the Birds podcast, which you can get on all podcasting platforms. And it is brought to you by the Fanatic Sportsbook at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Of course, it's a big weekend. The World Cup is back. And, of course, the Phillies all weekend long. Check them all out at the Fanatic Sportsbook at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Football at 4 today, of course, Adam Caplan on a Friday. We've got all the buzz leading up to training camp as the Eagles get ready to get back on the field. July 28th, they report, and on the 29th, they will be back on the field. We'll have it covered for you here on Football at 4, and the guys over at the Inside the Birds podcast, they are breaking it all down. Top 5 concerns. So let's take a look at some of the concerns for the Eagles and this offense, which is probably the top concern for everything, right? You're talking about the Eagles at training camp. The biggest concerns, I think most fans, Adam, would all point to the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, no question about it. So the Eagles report to camp, Mike, in now less than 3 weeks. And Jeff and I had 4 shows this week. Over the last week, we've talked about why we're optimistic on offense and defense, who we're optimistic about, coaches and players, by the way, not just players, and players and coaches we're concerned about on offense and defense. So, and for this one today, Mike, I'm going to add special teams on there. I should have done that before. To be honest with you, I saw because people comment on this stuff and they said you forgot this guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. We should have talked about this guy. So we'll talk about one player on special teams, which is kind of obvious and something interesting, or depending on your point of view. But yeah, the number one concern for me is Jalen Hurts getting the timing down with the new offense in the passing game. It's just, Mike, if he does, and I'm one of the few people nationally who is actually optimistic, because as you know, Greg Cosell works with us and on Inside the Birds, we do the Inside the Tape show, and Jeff and I and Greg pointed out several good throws last season. You have to isolate throws. It's the way coaches do it and executives. It's not that he can't do it, Mike. He absolutely could throw on time. He just hasn't done it consistently. It's not been his thing. But Jalen knows by getting the playbook early as he did months ago, this offense is strictly based on timing. We told you this, Mike, when Sean Mannion was hired. Like, that's coming. He's got to do it. And not that every offense doesn't have that, but this is to the extreme. So he's got to do it. And, Mike, the pass blocking is not the problem. The pass blocking was pretty good last season. So if Hurts throws on time, look out, because this thing could look really good.
Well, and I got to imagine, they wouldn't try to do this if they thought he was incapable.
Yes, I know some people think, they stuffed this down his throat. Well, they wanted Sean Mannion. They did their homework. The Eagles have a history of finding young coaches, coaching candidates. Andy Reid came out of nowhere, sort of, and Nick Sirianni was certainly surprising. And Sean Mannion is a guy that just retired 3 years ago. Like, it's certainly a risk. But look, your Jeffrey Lurie and your Joe Banner, when they had a hand in John Gruden being hired as an offense coordinator, in his, I think he might have been in his 20s. I mean, sometimes you just have to have a gut feeling on a coach. But for it to work, Mannion, and I'll add this in there, Mannion and Hurts have to get on the same page. Parks Frazier, the new quarterbacks coach, Parks has been there before, but now he's going to run a quarterback room fully for the first time in his career. He's actually been a play caller, but never run a quarterback room on his own. So this is going to be a big deal here. This has all got to come together.
One of the big problems they had last year, Adam Caplan, was the run game. So is that still a concern, and is it at the top of the list?
I'm concerned about it. I've got the Hurts timing thing, and with the coaching staff getting together, I think that's number one. Number two is, look, like, we could go back in our minds here of covering the Eagles and go back decades. I'm sure they had some really bad run blocking lines because they've had plenty of offensive lines years ago. I'm going many years ago that weren't as talented. But the drop-off they had was so significant. None of us saw this, to be honest with you. Andrew and I and Jeff going to training camp and talking to people close to the situation. No one really saw this. It's generally, Mike, not age. It's not like Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens are young or old. They're not. They're young. But they were not healthy last season. It showed. Come back both from surgery. You both had the medical treatment overseas. The hope is that's going to help. And obviously Lane Johnson coming back from his groin injury. and everything else that he's been dealing with. So if these guys are, they don't have to be as dominant as they were, one of the best run blocking O-lines in NFL history 2 years ago. If they could be 50% improved, Mike, getting the run game, helping Hurts out with that, getting the balance that they need, Mike, they're going to be way more successful in offense.
I would agree with that. I mean, you said if they're even 50% better. Heck, I think if they're even 25% better from what they were, right? Run blocking a year ago.
I know.
We had some mailbag questions on this. I want to get your thought on. Somebody asked if there's somebody to push Steen for the right guard job. And then I asked the question, was Steen even the weak link on the line last year?
He was okay. He wasn't great. He was okay. Kind of up and down. This is the best season he's had. He's now in year 4 of his 4-year deal. He's actually eligible, by the way, for an extension. But no, look, you've got Michael Jordan. Yeah, not that Michael Jordan. This football Michael Jordan, who's a journeyman who started over 36 games for several teams. He's basically, at best, a fourth guard. You don't want him starting because what happens, Mike, with these journeyman interior offensive linemen, they show you kind of who they are after a while. So that would be a concern here. Miles Hinton, either cross-training at guard. I mean, I've talked to 2 area scouts who had his draft grade to turn in, and they both said there's no way. They just don't see him as a guard at all. Well, the Eagles certainly are trying it because they want to give him a better chance to make the team. I don't see it. I know they've cross-trained Drew Kennel, who they love as the backup center to Kim Jurgens. The Eagles love Drew Kennel. I could tell you that as a fact. 5th rounder last year. He's put on mass on his frame. We saw that in OTAs. He looked way bigger physically. Not quite as big as his dad, Pete. You might remember from Boston College and the Jets, and the Seahawks. But overall here, Mike, I don't see it right now. It's a fair question. Now, Micah Morris, long term, maybe. He's a 6th-round pick. He's a ways away. So barring a complete turnaround as a rookie, right now, fair question. It's probably going to be Michael Jordan in training camp. We'll keep an eye on that.
All right, Adam, number 3 on the list of the top 5 concerns for the Eagles offense and special teams coming into camp this year. Last year, or in the last couple of years, you always would start with Brown and Smith. So what about the rest of this room now with Brown out?
Yeah, Mike, it's not great. They have enough players. That's not the problem. The problem is the quality of the player. A couple things here. The Eagles are super high on Mekhi Lemon, who's going to be their slot receiver. He'll also be able to back up Devontae Smith at the Z position when Devontae should mainly play the Z. He'll play a little bit of the X. He can do that, but he's really not built for it. Dontavian Wicks, here's a guy that he was out of room with Green Bay. I don't. If they didn't trade him, he would have had a hard time making the team at the end of August. The Packers, so they found a team that wanted him for obvious reasons, due to Sean Mannion, and. Right now, Mike, he'll be no worse than their 3rd receiver. They guaranteed him $9 million over 2 seasons. They gave him a 1-year extension. They're expecting him to play a ton of snaps. When they go 11 personnel, he's mostly going to play on the outside at that X position. Between Smith, Lemon, and Wicks, those are the 3 guys who are going to play. Now, the only issue this season, Mike, with Lemon is he had the hamstring injury. Now he's going to be ready for training camp as we understand it, but he missed a lot of time. So he's going to be behind a little bit. He's got to catch up. Hollywood Brown, we talked about it a lot the last couple of weeks. The Eagles guaranteed him $5 million. He's just been on the downward side. I know he had 5 touchdowns last season, but why has he not been as good? This guy's a former 1st-round pick. Johnny Wilson coming back from a major injury. I did watch him at OTAs. He's healthy. He's fine. And our guy Darius Cooper was a great surprise last season. Yes, Elijah Moore's there who could play the Z in the slot position. Again, they have enough players, but it's the quality. I honestly, after Devontae Smith, as you set it up, we'll just assume Mekhi Lemon will be good as a rookie. He'll get it. But we have to be patient with everyone here. Wicks, new to this football team. Mekhi Lemon, new to the NFL. Smith now will be the number 1 passing target, clearly, obviously. It's not even close. Darius Cooper, what's his role going to be? Hollywood Brown, could he prove himself? So there are a lot of questions, Mike. What I think we have to do is, no matter what it looks like in training camp, once the season gets rolling and started, just be a little bit patient. It's not going to happen overnight with this group.
All right, Adam, let's go to, you mentioned Lemon and the hamstring. What will they get out of this rookie class?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm glad we're talking about this. So I just talked about Kyle Lemon, and this is where we have to be patient. Eli Stowers has been a tight end for 5 years. He's still new to the position. He needs to put on weight. I've mentioned this before. Zach Ertz only played 41% of the snaps in his rookie season. Did fine, by the way. But Zach did not block well at all. Stowers is new to it. He's a former quarterback. Folks, be patient. We're not expecting him to do very much. They have a lot of tight ends on the roster. Yes, he's absolutely the future at that tight end position. That's not in question. But it's going to take a while before he becomes a major factor. Like, you might see sporadically he does something, Mike, but just be patient. Again, he's new to the position. Then with Markel Bell, he was not drafted to play left tackle. Our understanding is he's going to play mostly right. They may cross-train him in training camp to play a little bit left, but long-term, Mike, he's a right tackle. He's just not the athlete. He's huge. Mike, he's a huge, huge human being. He also needs to get in better physical shape, I was told at draft time by a couple clubs. He's just got to get footwork down. He's a long-term project that's very gifted and talented. He could be, Mike. He could be absolutely the future at right tackle after Lane Johnson retires.
All right, let's bounce to, you mentioned special teams and that
Yep.
there was a guy, by the way, I think this guy was down here in Stone Harbor the other day. I don't know if he was working on his kicking accuracy, but what about Jake Elliott?
Mike, Jake Elliott missed 15 field goals in just the regular season, okay, the last 2 years. He's just not the same kicker. I know some of our fans, we see the YouTube comments. It's a great question, which I don't have an answer for. It's one of the few things we don't have an answer for, but we don't know why. Why can't they bring in, look, he took a small pay cut, but why can't they bring somebody in to challenge him? Why not push him? What is wrong with that? He's 31 years old, Mike. He's not the same player. Think about it. What happens if he has a couple games, it's on the line where he used to be Money Jake, where he misses? Well, based on what we've seen in the last 2 seasons, Mike, why would you feel any better about him? I know it's not like 2 years ago we were told he wasn't quite healthy enough. Like, they had a little bit of a lower leg issue. But there was nothing injury-wise that we heard of last season. What's wrong with him? Is it, we were told when he came in, when the new staff came in with Sirianni, we reported that they were working on the operation from the snap to the hold to the placement to the kick. Well, they figured that out when he became great again, and then he's lost it. I don't know what's going on, Mike, with him, but that is absolutely an issue. And shame on us for not making a big deal about this in the offseason. We should have done that. Look, the Eagles told him that because they made him take a pay cut to come back. He had to agree to it. I mean, they didn't make him. They had to agree to it. I don't know if they would have done it if he would have said no. But, Mike, that's a concern.
Yeah, no, we had a mailbag question on that last week on why they didn't bring anybody in to at least push him, even to give it like the appearance that he had to beat somebody out. Even if you didn't have any intention to get rid of him, just put the appearance and put the pressure on him a little bit. That's
exactly it. It's just one of these things I don't really have an answer for. It's kind of a weird deal. He was going to make $6 million, by the way, this season. I don't have it in front of me. What it looks like, though, after whatever renegotiation they made. I know it's out there somewhere that they did something. But bottom line is, Braden Mann's a stud. Should have been a Pro Bowl last season, but they had too many good punters in the NFC. But Jake Elliott and where he is in his career, Mike, we're going to keep an eye on that in training camp for sure.
All right. Of course, all the Eagles action right here on 97.3 ESPN. It all starts with the preseason and training camp. Training camp July 28th. The preseason, the first game they kick off, they'll take on the Baltimore Ravens, and you can hear that game right here on 97.3 ESPN. That will take place in August. We've got football at 4 here on the Sports Bash. Adam, have a great weekend, man.
You too. Thanks.
All right, Adam Caplan, everybody here on the Sports Bash Live for today's Football at 4. And, of course, Football at 4 is brought to you by the Fanatic Sportsbook at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. It is the go-to game day destination. And, of course, Matt Rife tickets, they have Matt Rife coming July 24th and July 25th. We have Matt Rife tickets here at Pig Dog in Wildwood. Stop out and enter for a chance to see Matt Rife at Ocean Casino Resort in Wildwood. And don't forget to stop out and see us here at Pig Dog in Wildwood, where thanks to Adam Caplan for our Football at 4, as always. We're hanging out here on the, I guess this is the deck, right? I mean, there's a lot of people playing cornhole. They're down on the beach. We saw a little Eagles Super Bowl flag down there.
Flying proudly out there.
Love it. Trash can nachos. Outstanding.
Unreal.
Outstanding.
Burnt ends.
Very good.
10 out of 10.
That was definitely.
That's a 10 out of 10 for you.
10
Wow.
out of 10. That was awesome.
Burnt ends. I highly recommend. It's nice. I love a little. They did it just
and they
nice.
gave us a little pig pen
how is
drink. Very good.
You liking it?
And they gave me a little pig.
That goes in the
In
drink.
the drink. Yeah.
So
Thank
we're
you.
hanging out at Pig Dog on Maury's Pier in Wildwood. They're open till 10 o'clock tonight, so it's a great spot if you're looking to start your night or even end it. It's open till 10 o'clock here. And, of course, the Battle on the Beach flag football tournament is all weekend long. Over 250 teams are out here. So we're hanging out till 6 o'clock. You can stop on out and see us up here on the pier in Wildwood. And I'll tell you what, we just talked to Adam about his 5 biggest concerns. He talked about the timing with Jalen Hurts as his number 1, the offensive line blocking in the running game as his number 2, the depth at wide receiver as his number 3, the rookies' impact on offense, Stowers and Malachi Lemon as his number 4. But his number 5, I think, is a fair one. What is your offense like if you can't trust your kicker to kick a 45-yard field goal? You know what I mean? Like on 4th down and 2, and the ball is inside the 25-yard line, are you willing to kick that field goal because you might not trust the kicker? And I do agree with Adam. I think they should have brought someone in here to at least have the illusion that they were going to compete with Jake Elliott. I think that was a good one by him. Do you guys have any other concerns to add to his top 5?
I think I would put offensive line number 1.
Well, he did say offensive line in the run game.
Yeah, I think that's got to be top of the top of the top. And then, like, a bunch of, stuff in the middle. And then Jalen Hurts.
I would say he didn't mention the safety position.
Well, this is offense.
You're only doing offense? Okay.
Yeah, top 5
Gotcha.
concerns on
It
offense.
is offensive line
he
for
covered
me.
them all. I mean, Eli Stowers, he did not have a good OTA session. I saw some negative reports about him.
Well, you had guys on the offensive line going out of the country to get stem cells, et cetera. What's Johnson going to be next year? I mean, that is the bread and butter of this team, and they were not healthy last year, and that was a big reason why they did not go as far as they wanted to go in the postseason.
Well, they better hope that Jalen Hurts is at number 1 on the list.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say about that. They better hope that he's not number 1. And by the way, I do agree that offensive line is probably number 1. I think offensive line was the biggest number 1 problem last year.
The entire line or just the interior guys of Dickerson, Juergens?
My line wasn't great last year. I would say the entire line.
I expect him to bounce back.
But you can also include that, okay, maybe they weren't bad, but they need to be healthy.
Yes.
Lane Johnson hasn't, he's turning into Joel Embiid, where he's just, you can't count on him. And that doesn't mean he stinks. Joel's awesome when he plays, but you can't count on him. Can I count on Lane Johnson to play 17 games? Probably not. And is that fair? Okay. Can he play 10?
And the disparity when Lane Johnson is not in the game for the Eagles, the win-loss record, it's not even close. That's how much of a factor that means.
We all know how bad they have been when he has not played. And quite frankly, they have yet to, and we still don't know if they have a replacement for him, right? We don't know if the heir apparent is on this roster to take over right tackle. Now, he mentioned Markel Bell, and maybe he is the heir apparent to play right tackle. But there is no guy in waiting that you have drafted, like you did at center, where you drafted Juergens, you played him at guard for a year, and then you moved him to center. They don't have that guy that maybe he's playing a different position for a year, and then he kicks out to right tackle.
So when Lane gets banged up, which he probably will, undoubtedly, it's going to be Fred Johnson again. Right?
Most likely.
Yeah, for a couple games.
I mean, that's why they brought him back last year, because they didn't have an adequate.
They let him walk in free agency and then traded for him back to the Eagles because they needed him.
Yeah. All right. Sports Bash Live, 97.3 ESPN. Hey, Football at 4, as always, is brought to you by the Fanatic Sportsbook at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Big screens, big bets, game day hits different at Ocean. To learn more, visit theoceanac.com. And don't forget, check out all the live entertainment, including Matt Rife, July 24th and July 25th, Joey Diaz on August the 7th, and Sebastian Maniscalco, September 17th through the 20th, and the 24th through the 27th. All right, we got so much more going on, but when we come back, it's today's edition of Nick's Nuggets. What is on the agenda today? That's next. This is the Sports Bash Live at Pig Dog on the beach in Wildwood.
It's the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Keeping the fans entertained and happy.
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
For over 22 years, Riptide Bait and Tackle has been the go-to spot for anglers of every level. They've got everything you need,
4:27, time for the Nuggets today. What do we got on the agenda on this Friday? We are live at Pig Dog in Wildwood. We are on Maury's Pier, and this weekend the Battle on the Beach flag football tournament takes place right here. Over 250 teams will be participating, and obviously it's going to be an awesome time in Wildwood, but nothing better than Pig Dog in Wildwood right now. We are loving it. This place is fantastic, and I'll tell you what, if you've never been here, definitely check it out. It is a definite, I got to check this out and go check out the beach in this whole area and come up here, get a nice little lunch, little drink, little something. All right, time for the Nuggets now. Earnshaw's here. What do we got?
All right. We're having a good time. If you're watching on the YouTube, the X platform, you can see me at PG. We got our Battle on the Beach sombreros on.
I actually brought a hat with me today.
Oh, bucket hat.
Yeah, it's like a straw hat, like a straw bucket hat. I actually brought a hat with me today. Josh gave me this nice hat, and I brought it with me because I wasn't sure if we were going to be, so you got the LPGA hat with the rope. I thought we were going to be on the beach maybe today, and I didn't want to have to be sitting out in the sun.
Right.
I'm not a big hat wearer, though.
No.
But this is a nice hat. So I said, you know what? I'll bring the hat with me just in case. So I do have this hat. And then the Battle by the Beach guys, or Battle on the Beach guys, they brought us the big straw hats here. Look at this bad boy.
You gonna throw yours on?
Nah, I'm not wearing a hat today.
See,
My
you're not
hair's-
a,
hey, this is
you
why I
say
still
you're not
have-
a big hat guy, but yet you're a baseball guy. And
That's
that's
why I
all
still
hats.
have my hair. It's 50 years old.
Vince has his on, tall Vince, PG. You got to join the team.
The only time I wear the hat is generally when I coach baseball.
All right, there we go. All
That's
right,
it.
let's get into the Nuggets. We got to talk about. We just had a guy walk by talking about LeBron as we were coming back for break, and we're going to start Nugget number one with LeBron. And I teased it a little bit earlier in the program regarding Brian Windhorst of ESPN. Went on ESPN Cleveland, the radio station up there, and he gave an update. And I just want to play the audio and let the audience and you guys decide what you make of this latest report. Here's Windy on ESPN Cleveland.
I just want you to know that I'm hearing stuff in other cities too. I'm not going to say who, but I had somebody on the phone with me today that I consider a good source who was swearing it's a done deal in another city a couple hours ago. Okay? And so I am being very, very cautious. Right now, it's too scattered. I also know how LeBron has operated. They have kept their circle very tight. I understand that you can point to cupcakes and whatnot and say, no, people knew. I'm hearing rumors all day long, and all of them make some level of sense, and all of them make some level of not sense. So I'm just telling you, Cleveland is not the only place where there are rumors.
Take what you want from that, Mr. Mike Gill.
Well, take what I want from it. It sounds like he's trying to say, I talked to people in other towns, and someone in another town, they think he's going there.
And he's talking to someone in Cleveland when he's answering that question. So you have to remember that.
Well, the Kalshi number went up big time.
For the Miami Heat.
Right. And I feel like the Miami Heat is a terrible fit for him as well.
The floor spacing would not be very good on that.
There's not a lot of shooting on that team.
No.
And we've seen the numbers go up and down and around. I just think he's hearing and he mentioned it. He's hearing so many different things from so many different people. It's just like they know. I feel like they have an idea of what they want to do.
Well, if he spurns
already.
Cleveland again, I mean, are they going to be burning his jerseys for the third? No? Okay.
No, he got them a title.
Still, I mean, this is leading. People in Cleveland
They're so
getting so
close, though.
exciting. Are they getting so excited to
They're
have
so
this
close.
guy?
They go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they get knocked out. And it's like, all right, now you get LeBron to try to, to close that gap. Evan Cohen yesterday said one thing for Miami when he was there the last time, they still have the same GM, the same owner in waiting, the same coach. So there is a lot of stability there that LeBron can at least at 42 years old say, I don't need some Mickey Mouse operation here blowing up in my face.
It's the Pat Riley factor.
Well, he knows there's some stability with that team, and he knows how they operate. The Sixers, though, the Bob Myers thing, I have to imagine that Rich Paul is saying, listen, this guy's won 4 championships. They just got Jaylen Brown. They got Maxey. They got a good thing going over there, man. And the big thing is they've never won a championship in 40-plus years. You go there and win a championship, LeBron, you win 4 titles in 4 different towns, and winning one in Philly puts you on a crazy pedestal in that town. Unlike anywhere other than possibly New York.
Well, we talked about it on Nuggets. I believe it was yesterday. Remember, Rich Paul came out and said he would have probably played for the New York Knicks if they didn't win the title this past year. What's the next best thing? The 76ers. That is the best lineup and the most talented lineup out of all of the suitors for LeBron James at this point. And it's got to say something that Rich Paul keeps talking so highly about the Sixers, has Bob Myers on the podcast, and continues to say really good things. Now, I know his client is Tyrese Maxey, and he's the big X factor in a majority of this whole thing. But the fact that he continues to bring up the Sixers, it's either leverage or he actually wants LeBron to really consider going to Philadelphia.
Well, it's the one team that has had a face-to-face opportunity.
Sure.
Is Bob Myers sitting on the podcast
in front of the
with
world.
His owner. I mean, his agent. No other team has had any representation getting a face-to-face. They got to do a voice memo. They got to call up, do a little voice thing on the phone and say, hey, LeBron, this is so-and-so from the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know,
that's
here's
crazy.
My pitch.
Yeah.
And
hey,
then
LeBron, this is Pat Riley of the Miami Heat. I mean, are you kidding me?
It's like Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, you can't even get on a Zoom call from the golf course?
Can it be a video call? Like,
That's what I
can
mean.
you record a video and send it to him?
But Pat Riley and the Heat should not have to recruit LeBron James. It should be, if you want to come here, you know what the operation
Shouldn't
is.
that be for most of the teams?
Yeah, I mean, there should be no recruiting going on for LeBron James.
Well, Max Kellerman laid out that he thinks by far that the Sixers are the best fit, that they are the best fit for what they need, the best fit for where they are in terms of talent, the best fit for championship opportunity. And he also pointed out that it is a town that is starving for a championship and that he would be beloved here. He would be, if he ended up winning a title, LeBron becomes ultimately one of the most popular Sixers of all time.
Well, I saw something earlier with Rich Paul. He talked about, they put out another podcast. I mean, they are just milking the episodes of this podcast with Rich Paul and Max Kellerman. And he continues to talk about Tyrese Maxey being the biggest draw point of this whole entire thing. So, I don't know. You're seeing the spike in Miami on call sheet. You're hearing Windy report that it's another city. I still tend to believe that it's going to be Cleveland because that's kind of like finishing it up at home where you started, maybe win another title.
You're assuming that he only plays one more year.
He's probably going to play 2 more years.
That's why he can go to Philadelphia and then finish in Cleveland next year.
I know. Listen, does he sign a 1-year minimum deal with the Sixers? I mean,
Sixers, by the way,
he would have to.
Have they gone up again?
Since the last time we talked, they're up to 12%.
Wow.
Cleveland's at 42. Miami's at 27. Golden State. I think Golden State is a zero burger here.
What about the connection with Draymond?
Right, they're talking that Draymond could be traded to LeBron's next destination.
He opted out of Golden State.
So right.
And he's a free agent. And there was rumblings that he
signing
could
trade,
also go to Cleveland with LeBron.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what Cleveland's situation is with because they just signed that deal with Donovan Mitchell for a reason.
Yeah, I know. But would Draymond take a minimum? They were golfing together.
The whole golfing together thing does nothing for me.
It does something for me. It does a little bit. Miami's got some nice golf courses.
If LeBron does not go to Cleveland, Cleveland's going to be looking like absolute morons here. Are they not?
Well, they're definitely going to look like you
got used or waited around.
And one of the things they said, it's evident that they think that the Warriors were kind of like a leverage play.
Yeah. Could the Sixers be a leverage play? The fact that they kind of came in late with the Jaylen Brown traded everything.
And the whole podcast, yeah.
Yeah, having Bob Myers on.
Get those clicks, get those impressions that we're all after these days.
I don't know. I mean, I do think if you're LeBron and you're saying, look, I got 1 or 2 years left to play, maybe 3 at the most. I got Maxey, third-team All-NBA, young player, stud. VJ, second-year player. Those 2 guys there can carry my ass for 82 games. Plus, I got Jaylen Brown. So once we get to the playoffs, now I know I got a bona fide killer in the playoffs. Like, I got a guy who's been an MVP. So I got him. I got these 2 young kids. And, oh, by the way, if this Joel Embiid character can get his act together, it's a pretty damn good team. Plus, they went out and got Simons. They got Wade. I like what I saw from this rookie play last night. Like, looks like a team that's pretty damn complete outside of adding a player like me.
I know. I listen, on paper, Sixers are the best option. Most talented, no doubt about it. He makes the Sixers a deeper team as well if he comes here. And the legacy part, we know LeBron loves to talk about his legacy, and he's all worried about that. He's got the documentary following him around and all that good stuff. How great would it be to end it in Philadelphia, or at least win one here and then go back to Cleveland and then finish out your career there? That'd be nice.
That's the thing. Does he have a yearning to win a title in another town? Or does it, I just want to win another title. I don't care if it's for Miami a second time, or I guess it would be a third time. They won twice there, right?
Well, the whole thing has been his happiness, right? He just wants to go to basketball happiness. He doesn't care about the money. He'll take the minimum. He just wants to be happy.
I think it's a little happier here now than it has been in years past.
Well, I mean, I'm happy right now on this Wildwood Beach.
Are we going to go to Pete? Are we going to go to the opener this year?
Oh yeah, we're in.
All right.
So if LeBron comes here,
those tickets will not be $170.
I guarantee, might be a little less, but you think there'll be more?
If LeBron's in a Sixers jersey,
they'll be up. They'll be higher than last year.
I don't think I feel like people put way too much stock in. Well, why would he want to live in so and so town? You're only there not even half the year.
And Cleveland's Cleveland.
Yeah, but that is where he's from. That's
I know.
different.
That's what I mean.
I mean, that's completely out of the mix, so that's different.
I
but like you're
understand.
saying, like,
But
oh,
it's a
he
very
could
similar
choose-
climate
Yeah,
if he
but
came here.
Yeah, but it's not about the climate. That's my point. Is he lived in Cleveland? He's from Cleveland. That's different. It's always like, well, why would you pick Philly over Miami or Golden State, where the temperature is better year round? What do you think? These guys have all day to go take a walk through the park and go? I mean, like
Come down to Pig Dog.
They're playing basketball all day, every day. That's their whole life for that time of the year. So it doesn't matter where their home base is.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, I don't think it's the geography as much as some other people
where
think.
the golf is the best. You can play golf wherever the hell he's at. You guys are on the road in LA for a 2-game road trip. Okay, I'm gonna play golf on my you could play golf on any golf course any day of the week.
Got Pine Valley. Got trout around here,
Fine golf around here. Guess what? You go to I say this all the time. For people who don't travel all that often and are like, what the hell is there to do in Milwaukee? Guess what? You can spend a weekend in Milwaukee and you can come back and say, I had the best time I've ever had in my life.
There's always something to do.
Exactly. That's my point. These guys are in these towns for such short amount of times. They can find something to do in every town.
There you go. All right. There you go. LeBron, little update. We're going to have updates on Nuggets all the time, I think, over the next probably week. I mean, it's going to take his time.
I just can't believe we're going through this again. The optics.
40-plus years of age, Pete.
Haven't they learned anything from what they did with the decision?
I think it's genius.
You like it. You like this for the third time around.
Dude, they're, like you mentioned before, the podcast clicks, gets talking about where's it going to go.
So where does it get announced? Obviously, Shams isn't going to break it, right? LeBron,
I think they're going to announce it on the podcast.
They're going to announce it on the podcast.
I think that's my prediction. Rich Paul announces it on the podcast.
Because when he moved to, was it LA, he did Sports Illustrated, right? Or no, that was
Players Tribune, was it?
One of them he did an
essay.
SI article.
Yeah.
Cleveland was Sports Illustrated. Then I think going to LA was a Rich Paul production.
Players Tribune, maybe something. Yeah.
Players Tribune.
Yeah, it was Players Tribune. Okay.
Either way, Shams is not going to. ESPN.
I think it's the podcast. I
agree with you.
Money. It's the podcast that Rich Paul announces, or he comes on the podcast and announces it. Somewhere along.
Now,
those
some
lines.
people think he's going to take his good old time, and it could be the entire month of July. That could be rough.
My birthday's at the end of July.
That's a lot of
be a nice birthday
Windhorse
present.
Audio cuts.
I mean, the last time when he was making the decision after Cleveland, I guess it was.
Yeah.
When there was all the talk about, he was checking out the schools in Philadelphia and all that stuff. Do we think that this time is more realistic than that time?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think Jaylen Brown trade changed everything.
But I know a lot of people back then feel like that was like there was no chance back then.
I think this one you got a legitimate shot.
And Maxey. I mean, there was no Tyrese Maxey on the Sixers back then.
That's a great point. All right. Enough LeBron talk. Let's go to nugget number 2. A little breaking news nugget here that we were talking about during the break. Shohei Ohtani is out of the All-Star game. So Kyle Schwarber, he moves up into the starting role as the DH. He's got a little bit of a knee issue at this point, so he's going to be out. He's also out Friday, I think, for the Dodgers too. So he's done. He's out. Kyle Schwarber moves up, but that means there's another roster spot, Mr. Mike Gill. And I want to play a clip for Buster Olney regarding Zach Wheeler, because I know there's been a lot of talk about the Zach Wheeler stuff, etc. Listen to what has to happen for Zach Wheeler to become an all-star. Take a listen.
Guys, I would not rule out the possibility that something's going to happen. A collective bargaining agreement rule, where if a player is added to the team, not one of the original parts of the team, he needs to be able to pitch on Tuesday. And as Zach has a start on Sunday, and typically that means that, guys aren't going to pitch. But I talked to Zach tonight, and I said, look, I think there might be a chance that you'll get added, but I think you need to declare that you are willing to pitch on Tuesday. And he was like, yep, you can say that on air. So given that that's happened, maybe this will change here in the next couple of days.
Do we see a Zach Wheeler addition at all last second in?
No, I would have to look further into that, because my understanding was that if you pitch on Sunday, you couldn't pitch no matter what, because he said that he would pitch on in the game. He told his agent to let them know that I would be willing to pitch on Tuesday, even if I did pitch on Sunday.
But the thing is, he has to declare. That's the weird part. Like, what does he have to declare?
Well, you're declaring that if you're going to put me on the roster, that I'm going to pitch.
Do you think he gets himself pulled from Sunday? Could that be a possibility?
No way. No, I think he's saying what Buster Olney is saying is somebody has to tell Major League Baseball, but I'm not sure that that's the actual rule, because if that's the case, then he would have made it over Luzardo.
Yeah,
he's already said that he would have pitched.
This is getting wonky, isn't it?
And that's only for starting pitchers, right? If you're Duran and you pitch on Sunday, you could still pitch on Tuesday, right?
Right. Yeah. If you're the starting pitcher, they're not going to add you. But he one of the reasons why Luzardo is on the team, it's not because they took him over Wheeler. It's because Wheeler is scheduled to pitch on Sunday.
I think it's just malpractice that he's not going to be there as of right now.
I just don't understand. Now, if you're telling me because it doesn't matter, because Mizorowski was scheduled to pitch on Sunday too, and he still made the team.
Yeah, he made the
team.
team.
So I don't understand how they didn't avoid this from the get-go, that he didn't just make it over Logan Webb, who has no business being on the team.
Just put him in. And then he doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to pitch, and then he can be replaced by Logan Webb.
If he would have just been named to the All-Star team originally over Logan Webb.
Yes.
Look, Logan Webb, believe me, he's on my fantasy team. He stinks so far this year. He was terrible.
The other issue is Justin Verlander makes it with a 12 ERA, and
he retired.
And I guess as a legend pick or whatever. Yeah. But is that guy deserving of an all-star team?
But is that taking someone's roster spot?
Yes.
Or just as a designated roster spot for a Legends pick? Yeah, so that's not taking someone's.
It's still bad. The guy's got a 12 ERA. I don't care who he is, right?
Yeah, but it's not affecting. That didn't affect Wheeler.
It's not affect. Yeah, and it was the AL, right? Because Harper was the legend pick on the NL side.
Right. That's true.
So if they can move stuff around for Harper and Verlander,
no, but they're
Wheels.
not moving things around. They have two
that's
spots
designated.
that are designated for Legends picks. They're not a part of.
So they're just exceptions.
Correct.
Yes. So let's say there's a 25-man roster, which I don't know how many make it, but the 26-man is a designated Legends pick.
So it's Harper in the NL and Verlander in the AL?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, it's almost like when they put Cal Ripken out there the 1 year.
But I think your point's right, Mike, is that they literally could have just added Wheeler, then replaced him. That would have saved us.
No. They not add Wheeler.
No.
He should have made
That's
the
what
team
I'm saying.
originally. The way you said it was they should have added him. No, they shouldn't have added him. He should have been named an All-Star.
That's what I meant.
And over Logan Webb. Then this all would have been avoided.
Yeah, we wouldn't have this conversation right now.
But they didn't name him the All-Star for whatever reason. And Logan Webb, if you look at anybody, I can understand if you said, look, he was the only Giant. He wasn't the only Giant. So if you look at the two guys next to each other, Logan Webb versus Zach Wheeler, they're not even in the same stratosphere. Logan Webb is like 5-6 with an ERA in the mid-3s. Wheeler is 9-1 with an ERA in the 2s. It's not even a competition that Wheeler should have made it over Webb, and this all would have been avoided had they just had their head screwed on half right, not even fully on right.
I don't know how he didn't make it. It's crazy. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Not only should he have made
and
it,
it's in Philly. Come on.
Not only should he have made it, he should have been the starting pitcher in Philly. He has the surgery that he had last year that literally could have ended his career. This wasn't like a Tommy John or something like that. This is an unbelievable story that Major League Baseball had the chance to tell, and they speeded it.
Well, the fan vote should be abolished. I mean, that is a popularity contest, and that's a problem.
Well, the game's supposed to be for the fans,
yes,
but I'm not a big fan of the fans voting.
Yeah,
because quite frankly, I don't care who the fans want to see because every fan's a little different.
Yeah, and Logan Webb made the All-Star team.
Well, they don't vote for pitchers.
I know. What I'm saying is he still made it over Zach Wheeler. It's a bad job. It's a bad job. The fact he's not going to be there. So there you go. Zach Wheeler, not an All-Star as it stands right now. Shohei Ohtani.
There's still time.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani.
What's the Kalshi odds on Wheeler making the All-Star?
I might have to check that out. I'm at 1%. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, I might die
That's
in a
a
second.
bad job.
That is a poor job.
I know. Well, I had 100 before when I came here. I've been on it. You know?
Must have an iPhone.
I do have an iPhone. I do have
crappy battery.
Love the blue message. Love the blue message. Over the green. All right. Here we go. Jeff Kerr, our buddy, Phillies Fastball. He put out a tweet today. I don't know if you guys saw this. Budweiser is selling a Liberty Bell filled with beer at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And he also went on to say there is a Liberty Bell keg, but he was informed that many replicas are planning on being sold inside of the ballpark. Is that better than the bat, the beer bat at the ballpark?
That's pretty cool. The Liberty Bell.
The Liberty Bell.
It looks pretty cool if you see a
Did you
picture
see
of
it?
Yeah.
You win.
Let me see it. No, I don't want that.
That's
beer.
America right there.
That is America.
That's
What's
what
the
am I
problem
doing
with that?
How am I drinking out of this?
I don't know.
Find a way.
I don't know, but
They're going to have kegs around, too, that look like that.
Wow.
And they're giving out the mini replicas.
So the bell gets turned upside down?
Yes, something like that. I don't know.
now this is just for the All-Star game. right? They're
Just
not
for
gonna
the
be selling
All-Star
those-
game.
Oh, this is a Liberty Bell keg.
Yeah.
But I was informed many replicas are being planned.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you get one?
Nah.
You're out?
I'm out.
Ah.
Wow.
See, he's not the guy wearing the hat like me and you, PG.
No.
We'd be all in on those.
No, like
I'd
when
be
we go to
all in.
Philly spring training, and my buddy Todd, he's the one that gets the beer and the bat. I don't need to drink the beer out of the bat.
It's
If
fun.
I'm going to get a
Fun
beer,
time.
I want a beer.
It's a fun time.
I did
Different.
get that Hogan's glass. I still have that thing.
I'm sure your wife lets you use it too.
No, she doesn't let me use that.
We've had this discussion. Do you bring home the cups?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what's wrong with that? That's like a replica. It's a memorabilia piece from the All-Star game.
Yeah, as a memorabilia piece, I don't mind it.
And you're not going to drink beer out of it.
Probably not.
Oh, that's boring.
No, in fact,
Put on the hat.
I have a cup from London.
Yeah, be a hat guy.
I have a cup from London from when I went to the game in London. I have a couple of spring training cups.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You don't want an All-Star game cup. That looks like a Liberty Bell that you could drink out of.
No, I would maybe buy the cup, but not
Just the cup.
I don't need a beer in it.
All right. So you just want the regular cup with like soda in it and then bring it home.
Yeah, I might do that.
All right. All right. There you go. There are the Nuggets. A little 3-pack for you today.
All right. That's it?
That's all I got.
All right.
Yeah, 3-pack.
What is somebody asked me today, I had a question that was in my mind earlier in the show. I actually wrote it down in the Nuggets segment here. What did I do with it?
Fine.
Oh, because we're at the restaurant here, and it made me think of that because I saw the ketchup.
Yeah.
Should ketchup be refrigerated? You don't get cold ketchup in a restaurant. Why do you do it at home?
I'm going to absolve myself from this question. I'm not a ketchup guy.
Neither am I.
I won't do anything on a hot dog, if you remember.
I don't like ketchup on anything, really. But I also, if I'm going to have it, I'll put ketchup on fries every now and then, but I don't have to have it on fries. I definitely think to myself, I want it in the fridge. But I never thought of that before, that when you're at your house, you don't put the ketchup out on the table like that.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're using it for. Are you putting ketchup on a burger or
I'm never doing
a hot
ketchup.
dog?
I'm out of this conversation. This is a nugget I'm out of.
Last night, Nope, I'm out on ketchup. I just don't like ketchup.
I'll do cheese fries, not ketchup. Out. Plain.
Well, they're not even
everything.
in the same conversation.
Cheese fries are outstanding.
Yeah, but what the hell does that have to do with ketchup?
Well, I'm just saying. That's what I would put on my french fries.
You got to use ketchup with cheese fries. You have to.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm out.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't be the only
I don't do
one
mustard either.
out there who uses ketchup with cheese
I don't do ketchup or mustard.
What do you put on your burgers and hot dogs?
I told you this. I'm plain.
That's terrible.
You're just a grilled cheese kind of guy, huh?
I was looking at the chicken
A
tenders on the
plain
pig dog menu.
burger?
Yeah, I'll do lettuce.
Why don't you
Special
just chew on
sauce.
the heel of your shoe?
I like it like that. I like it dry.
Ooh.
Well done, too.
Yeah. Oh, like a hockey puck.
Yeah, you're dang right.
All right, we got another hour coming up next on the Sports Bash. Friday 5, NFL, Week 7 and 8. That's next. Stick around. All right, final hour of the show, Sports Fast Live at Pig Dog. Now, let me tell you, we've been hanging out here all day, and we've got so many different things we've tried, so many different things that we could pass along. Trash can nachos, burnt ends apps, Rough Life beer, which we haven't had yet. What did you drink over here?
The Pig Pen.
Pig Pen. Now, because we had so many different people coming up and saying hello, we've given away. We had Maurice Pierce passes. These were like $250 values. It was to use at the park for the whole day. Yeah. Family of 4. And we had 2 of those. They went away. They had to make the cornhole shots. Now, I think it was too easy. That's a bad job by Tall
He
Vince.
did not do a good job measuring.
Bad job. I mean,
should may have stayed back farther or something.
It was too short.
Yeah.
I mean, some lady who was half off her rocker came over here and banged 2 of them in.
She had a couple of the milkshakes that
You
that
believe she's
PG had.
floating in the lazy river somewhere.
Probably.
She came right off the lazy river and said, "Bang! I'm going to Maurice Pier again."
Man. But we do have the Matt Rife tickets. So if you want to win tickets to see Matt Rife, did you make that?
No, he totally missed. Totally missed. It wasn't even close.
We got a bunch of text messages, 609-403-0973 on the White Horse RV text board. Mike, Josh, and Nick are both weirdos. Ketchup goes on regular fries, but not on cheese fries.
Disagree.
Yeah, I'm not using Richie and Little Lake Harbor. Thanks for the text. I'm not using ketchup on essentially anything.
I'm plain. I'm just boring and plain when it comes to
that's a little
food.
too much.
Well,
have you tried?
Yeah, I've dabbled. Not a fan.
You don't like ketchup? I mean, you don't like mustard?
Nah, I'm out on the
the
mustard
burger?
too. I'll do the barbecue sauce on the nuggets.
That's
Are you
about it.
doing breakfast food? You're not doing ketchup on your omelet?
That's not even in my realm.
Home fries?
That's not even in the realm of a possibility.
What's your breakfast go-to? Your waffles?
Egg and cheese.
You go syrup?
No, I'm not a syrup guy.
Oh, my God.
Mike in Northfield. Guys, 2 things. Pete Cheese, 100% correct. Cheese fries dipped in ketchup is a must, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
Nick eating a dry, well-done burger is like wearing socks and sandals and showering in your bathing suit. Come on, man. Live a little. I agree with that. Like, how do you go? Like, do you get like a ham and cheese plain?
Yeah. My entire life.
You don't put
By choice?
anything on
By
that.
choice.
I mean, like, do you not like the taste
Don't
of
want
it?
mayo. I'm out.
You not like? Well, you don't put mayo. Can you put spicy mustard?
Nah, I don't want mustard on it either.
Why though?
I don't like it.
Oh, okay. If you say you don't
I don't like it.
So when you have a Philly soft pretzel, you don't do any mustard?
No.
Yeah, I don't need pretzel.
I'll do
need mustard.
cheese. I'll do cheese. Big
I don't
cheese
need
guy.
mustard on the pretzel. I mean, it's like if it's like there or whatever, but I don't have to have it.
No, you
Like a
don't
hot
have to.
dog, I will not eat a hot dog without anything on it. That's
No.
disgraceful.
We learned this on opening day. We had a listener come up and give me 2 plate hot dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
It's literally just pig in a bun, and that's it.
Pig in a blanket, man.
A naked
Yeah.
a naked dog is one of the worst offerings anybody can give you. Here's a hot dog with nothing on it. They're
I'll
almost
take
like,
that in a
dude,
second.
You are the lowest of the low in my life. So anytime someone offers that to you, that's what they're thinking. You are the lowest of the low.
I'd be happy to accept anyone's offer of a free hot dog that's plain.
Anthony from Avalon checks in. Mike, the only staple that should be left on the counter is butter. Hard butter is useless on toast. Bagels, corn on the cob, and even more. No butter in the fridge. Now, I talked about this before. We leave our butter out on the counter. We don't put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
I go fridge.
Good call.
Do you?
No, we have a butter dish. We leave it out on the counter.
I go in the fridge.
Yeah, because then the butter's hard.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You can't spread it on any bread or bagel or nothing.
I've gone fridge my whole life.
Do you put butter on toast?
Yeah.
You'll do that. Excuse me.
I'll put butter on toast. I'll do buttered
Okay.
noodles too.
Butter doodle. Wow, he's living a little here.
Why don't you throw some red stuff on there, man?
609-403-0973, Chris in Delaware. Ketchup in a restaurant is used quicker than at home. You put it in the fridge at home so it lasts longer. There's no need in a restaurant because it's used well before the expiration date.
That's
a
probably
fair point.
a restaurant worker right there. That guy probably works in the biz.
That is true because you know what ends up happening? People who might go to like Sam's Club and you buy the ketchup with the – now do you go relish?
No, God, no.
You know what?
I don't know why you keep asking. It's just going to be an answer. It's not going to suffice anyone. anyone listen either.
I just started relish in the last couple months. I was never a relish guy, and now all of a sudden, recently, I'm going relish more.
Are you going pickles on your burger?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I will do pickles.
Pickle?
No.
Unreal.
Dude, it's going to get
You
worse
don't
if you
do
keep
any-
digging.
Do you do cheese? We do a cheeseburger, or is it just a hockey
cheese
puck
and lettuce.
surrounded by 2 buns?
Cheese and lettuce. Cheese and lettuce. As far as I'm going.
Hockey puck
that
surrounded
hockey-
by 2 buns. That's the envision that you have.
That's what
The
it
guy
is.
comes out with a hockey puck, puts 2 buns, and says, "Here you go, Nick. Have fun." And
Listen,
he's delighted.
if
Delightful.
If
With
Big
a-
Dog brought me out a hockey puck right now, I'd eat it.
I mean, if you look at their menu, they don't have anything so bad on it. They don't have a hockey puck. I mean, literally, every burger on here sounds
The
better
whole
than the
thing
next.
about the burger is the fixins that adds to the meat.
I will literally tell the waiter or waitress, can I have it plain, just some cheese and maybe a little lettuce?
You got to go fixins, man. You just got to go.
Like, I go to
fixins.
Chick-fil-A or something, I specifically say no pickles on my Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Now, Jeff at Summers Point says, absolute violation. You do not put ketchup with cheese fries. Absolutely disgusting. Burger ketchup is fine. Hot dog mustard. Regular fries ketchup is okay. But he's right. I can't.
Turn to Pete. Don't even look at me.
I mean, people do it. I mean, it's good.
I never even think about that. Like cheese on the fries, I don't think to take that, then dip into the ketchup.
But cheese with ketchup is a good combo.
I don't.
Is
I
it
don't,
not?
I don't think I like the thought of that.
You're looking at me for some reason.
All right,
I'm
Jake,
a walking violation. by
Jake
the way.
wants to know, what about a grilled cheese dipped in ketchup? Now, you know what's funny?
That's good.
I will not do that.
I
And I didn't realize that this grilled cheese and tomato soup was a thing.
Oh, I'll do that.
Oh, that's a great
I'll
combo.
do that.
Yeah, that's a
that's
great
a
combo.
combo I'm in on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out on the tomato soup. I don't really like tomato soup. I don't like tomatoes. It's one of my problems. I don't like tomatoes. So the other night we had made food for 4th of July and we had some leftovers. It was like a pasta salad, right? And the funny part is, so my girlfriend makes the pasta salad, and it was really good, but she cut up all the tomatoes and put it in the pasta salad. Well, then she made like a nacho dip, but she didn't put it all together because she said, you don't like tomatoes. But she made the other thing with the tomatoes in it. I'm like, I'm so used to picking around the tomatoes, so I don't really mind. But the last night I was eating the rest of the pasta salad, and I left all the tomatoes were in the bottom of the thing. She's like, look at all the tomatoes in there. Then I don't like them. I don't like tomatoes is one of the big things. So
I mean, people eat them off the vine, right? They grow them in their garden.
One
They
of
go
the
out there,
reasons-
pick them, and eat them.
Eat them like an apple.
one of the reasons I don't like tomatoes is exactly what you said. My uncle, when I was a kid, he told me to bite into the tomato like it was an apple, and I bit into it like I thought it was an apple, and I was like, oh! And I've
Scarred you
never,
for life.
You know what, though? Unlike you, I do
Looking at me?
every so often. I do every so often because they say your taste buds change like every
Your palate, yeah.
so X amount of years. I will give foods that I don't generally like a second and third. Like I used to not like mushrooms. Now I love them.
Okay.
I used to hate mushrooms. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me try again. So I've tried mushrooms over the years, and now I like mushrooms. Same with tomatoes. I have given them chances, and I still don't like them. But I don't turn my back to them.
I enjoy tomatoes. I wasn't a big fan
Yeah, but
growing
you're
up.
not trying the
Yeah,
mustard.
but I've tried the mustard. I'm not in.
But I just gave you an example.
Yeah, but
I don't like mushrooms, but I kept trying them, and now I do.
I will try anything. I will try. I was having a good time with the
Yeah, but you got to
nachos
try it
today.
more than once.
I have multiple times.
No, I'm saying like over time, your palate changes.
I know.
Yeah.
I've tried syrup multiple times here in my 20s. All right.
I agree. But
Ow.
my point is, I would say mushrooms I didn't eat in my teens, my 20s, my 30s, and my early 40s. It wasn't until I was like 45 years old that I finally gave them another chance. I
You're
was
telling
like,
me 20 years from now. I'll try it in 20 years.
I mean, he's literally like my 6-year-old kid. She only eats nuggets. She doesn't like ketchup on a lot of stuff.
my girlfriend's son, same way. He eats a sandwich with nothing on it.
that's how
I
you
mean,
do.
It is bland, and I'm almost nauseous watching him eat it. I said, I can't let you do this.
I think he's right. I think he's in the right here. He's got a good head on his shoulders, it seems like.
Paul in Northfield says, I'm late to the conversation, but ketchup with the cheese fries is delicious. Just need to keep the ketchup on the side. The best condiment for French fries is mayo.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm out on the mayo and
Yeah,
the
I'm
fry.
out on the mayo.
That's
Now the mozzarella cheese fries, that's where the ketchup really gets.
No,
in
stop ruining it with the ketchup. Mozzarella is great. No ketchup. No ketchup.
I have no problem leaving the ketchup. Now, Chris Marmora says the ketchup shouldn't be left out. Technically, nothing is allowed to be left out for more than 4 hours in the danger zone. That the temps where food-borne illnesses reproduce, like 50 to 110 degrees, but don't quote me on the degrees. He says, however, things with high acidity and fat content have built-in protection from food-borne illnesses. Yeah, ketchup, mustard, high acidity, mayo, high in fat. That's why condiments get left out. The only food that technically doesn't have to be refrigerated is honey. And all restaurants are gross. I'm not preaching. He says, I still eat out, but the guy cooking and cleaning the back is a criminal. Oh, man, he's really going down the road here. Well, if that's the case, we'd all be very sick.
Yeah.
But he is right. You probably shouldn't, that ketchup is sitting out on the table, but that's everywhere, right? They
It's
just leave it
everywhere.
out. But at the end of the night, they don't
They bring
leave
it
there,
in.
do they? Right? Somebody comes by and picks
Oh
it
yeah,
up.
yeah. I think they
Yeah.
they refrigerate it overnight. Yeah.
All right, Richie in Little Egg Arbor says, guys, spicy mustard and relish on a hot dog, the only thing to eat at a ball game. Now, what do you go to a ball game? Plain hot dog?
I don't really like to eat as much during the ball game. I'll get a hot dog and a fry. Maybe
You go peanuts?
I'll do peanuts. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a hot dog
The
and
whole point
fries.
about being at the game is you have something.
Yeah.
That's
I'll eat
the-
before a lot. I eat before I go to the game.
That's
A lot.
Weak sauce.
I like just sitting there. I want to enjoy and just watch.
Isn't the whole part of being at
I
the
said
game
I'll
is
do
the
a
whole
hot
thing?
dog and fries every once in a while.
Like we go to spring training.
whole
There's a whole
thing.
routine. You go to
Yeah.
spring training. You go down to Delisandro's. You get the cheesesteak.
I won't do a cheesesteak at a game. It's too much. Too much going on. I'll do the hot dog and fries. Maybe a slice of pizza.
I can't believe the no ketchup thing. No
Better-
ketchup on a
you better
hot
believe
dog.
it.
I've never heard of that.
You better believe it. All right? Get used to it.
Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of people texting in on that are flabbergasted. Now, I wonder how many people out there are listening to Earnshaw's lack of condiments on anything.
Yes.
And they're saying, what the heck is wrong with this guy? He's a serial killer.
Well, listen.
He's a criminal cooking stuff in the back kitchen.
Listen, I just don't like it. I like my stuff dry.
Do you
and
want to
plain.
like it? Like when you eat a dry burger, are you satisfied?
Yeah, are you,
Dude,
man,
that's
that's
a
a
good
good
I had
burger.
one
At
yesterday.
the end of the burger, you're like, man, I really wish I did like.
No, I'm very satisfied. I enjoyed my meal, and I'm good. Move on with my day.
It's like I can't even imagine being like, I'll take a dry burger, like a shoe leather, please.
I'm in.
What?
The shoe leather, the hockey puck. I mean, it's just a patty, man. That's all you're good
That's all
for.
I want. I
It's
want
just a
cheese
patty.
and lettuce. That's all I need on it. And maybe a secret sauce if you got it.
Like a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
A burger, 2 buns, a hot dog, nothing on it.
I've had no problems.
No one's saying that you're having problems. It just
I'm the person
I
that-
would imagine you would yearn for more taste. That's
No,
all.
It's very enjoyable in my estimation.
Right?
I'm the guy who clicks plain when you're ordering through like an app and they have the option to click plain. I'm clicking that button every time.
I'm when I order places like out or something, I generally don't want to order a lot of stuff on it. I'll do the fixes at home. Like I'm not going to go to a place and order a burger and then have them do all the stuff. I'll do it when I get home.
You're doing it when you get home. You're adding more work for yourself.
What, put ketchup or mustard on a burger? That's not a lot
let
of
them
work.
let them do it.
I can kind of handle that.
Let them do it.
Nah, it's like when you go get your coffee in the morning. It's so annoying because they always say, well, what do you want in the coffee? And I'm like, well, I have a special way that I like to do it. I don't think you're going to put the exact amount of cream and sugar that I generally use.
That's why you got to go to Starbucks and you get the perfect formula. You tell these baristas and they nail it for you. You say 1 pump of this, non-fat milk, right?
I want to
Half
hear your
pump of,
order at Starbucks.
Vanilla.
PG.
Yeah, what do you get there?
Just a hot coffee. Really. My wife, though, she gets all into that macchiato stuff.
Yeah, like I just get a hot coffee, but I like 2 cream, 2 sweet and low. Then you get to these spots where they don't do 2 cream because they don't give you the little cream packs. They do it themselves. So then you get to that point where you're like, eh. So I don't generally like to order coffee at a place unless I'm the one
You got to make
making it.
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't mind if they brew the coffee. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm either or on that. I'll make it myself, or
You
if they want to
drink
make
coffee?
it. Yeah, I'm in and out on coffee. I do a lot of energy drinks at times.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's the younger generation, man. They're all the Celsiuses and the Monsters.
Yeah. Josh from Cape May says ketchup on fries, mayo can kick rocks. Gil, you're driving to D'Alessandro's for a Phil's game just to go to Angela's or Del Rossi's. Well, Josh, no, we're talking about D'Alessandro's. They have one at the Phillies spring training stadium. Down in spring training, they have a D'Alessandro's in the stadium. They actually have a second one now. They used to only have one behind home plate. Now they have one out in left field.
Okay.
So they have two D'Alessandro's. So, no, I am not driving to D'Alessandro's. Now, when you go to Philly, like that's the whole thing. It's like when you're up in Philly, I'm not up there all that often. But it's like if I'm going to go get a cheesesteak in Philly, do you have your go-to spot up there?
D'Alessandro's is pretty good. Skinny Joey's, though. There's one on the Wildwood Boardwalk, actually.
Yeah.
That's right by the stadiums. Skinny Joey's. That's a good spot.
Yeah. Me and Pete went there before the Sixers game.
Yeah. The whole thing is you can eat right before the game.
Yeah, went right into the game, had a good time. Quinn Grimes.
Yeah,
I like
Chris
Chris
run that back.
Chris in Delaware might have hit something here. If Nick actually used condiments, he wouldn't have to call in sick and call out of work so much.
I called out like once.
That was a good one.
I called out one time.
Back-to-back days, though. Wow.
Back-to-back days.
Fair or unfair?
Back-to-back days is tough.
Yeah.
Talking about this guy going on 18 million vacations, all traveling the world.
Vacations are different. You told me I'm going on vacation, I'd say, how long? Sick? That's a different story.
I think whoever wins the World Cup, that's your next vacation spot.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point,
the next
Pete.
spot right there.
Who's winning that game? Belgium?
Spain won.
You know what we did last
Pete,
night?
he'll be gone for 18 days.
Yeah.
Me and you will be filling in.
Hey, if you're on vacation, take as long as you want. Take as long as you need. Everybody should travel and just enjoy life. But don't get sick. Don't tell me you're sick. That's horse bleep. You're not actually sick. No one's sick 2 days in a row.
I was.
All right?
2 days in a row. That's when you know.
That's when I know you're
God
pushing
forbid,
it.
I was down for the count.
Georgia Galloway. I've heard lots of people say they don't like ketchup on a hot dog. Those people are wrong, but they're definitely out there. By the way, cheese sauce on a hot dog, highly underrated.
You say cheese
Yeah.
sauce?
Well, my buddy in college,
Like a cheese whiz, dude?
you know the hot dog man in West Virginia?
Yeah.
So the hot dog man in West Virginia is legendary. He'd stand on
Okay.
the street at 3 o'clock in the morning, and everybody would walk up to him. His hot dog was terrible, but he was the only guy in town. If you ate that plain dog, you wouldn't be here right now. That dog was terrible. But
It does slap at 3 in the morning, though.
I'd probably be out for 2 days.
it's a it's a boiled hot dog in dirty ass water, and he just throws it on that bun and hands it to you. My buddy though would get chili cheese sauce and Texas Pete.
Wow.
Wow.
Chili cheese and Pete. So that guy Georgia Galloway might be onto something with the cheese sauce on the dog.
That I'd be into. I'll do a cheese
Yeah,
dog.
are you? So you're not a sriracha guy? Hot sauce?
Depends.
on the
Like what
on
am I putting
on your omelet? On your
No, an omelet. No, I just want a
Hot
cheese
sauce on an omelet?
Cheese omelet.
No, I don't even get cheese on the omelet.
Just cheese omelet. That's all I want. Don't add anything else. Just
I actually
cheese
go out of
and
my way
omelet.
to tell. If like today, I had a bacon and spinach omelet, no cheese.
That's a lot going on there.
Yeah, what's
okay,
wrong with
but
that?
you do get the bacon. That's
Not
good.
all the time, but like today, I had bacon and spinach omelet, no cheese. I don't like cheese because I don't like my eggs runny. I don't like runny.
See,
eggs.
I like my eggs runny. I don't want them well done.
No, I like them. I don't like a runny, like messy, like wet feeling egg.
Yeah, I like
kind of nasty.
I like the wet egg.
The wet egg.
Yeah.
A lot of text messages. We appreciate everybody on the White Horse RV Tech Bird. It's a happy hour Friday, right? We're hanging out at Pig Dog in Wildwood, 609-403-0973. For the guy, they're. So you said you go to, you guys went to Skinny Joey's.
Yeah, we did.
That place is rather new, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where did you have when I went up to Philly, I used to go to Kid Bar South. That was my go-to spot. But I go to Tony Luke's from time to time, only not because I think it's the best spot, but it's literally I drive down Oregon Avenue real fast. I park my car in the middle of the street. I run in and then I bring it home with me.
There you go.
But
D'Alessandro's is good.
Yeah,
it's a good
I'm
spot.
the Delisandros to that guy, though. There's two of them at, what's it called down there? What's the name of the ballpark? Baycare Ballpark, yeah. It used to be
it's
Spectrum Field.
I mean, Pats and Geno's, I'm out on those, I think.
I've only been
they
to
are
each of
open
them.
24/7, which is a key.
I've only been to each of them one time.
I've had a late night Pats before.
Yeah, I mean, 2 a.m. Pats.
Yeah.
That'll hit you good.
In on that, on the jitney, on the way up, on the
That
way
or the
back.
hot dog man.
Oh, no, Pats. Yeah, I'll go Pats.
So when I I'm in West Virginia, I'm like 18, 19 years old, and you would say to the guy, I don't even know what the hell it was called. And that one night, I just walked up to him. I said, I'll take a hot dog Philly style. He looked at me like, what the hell does that mean? I said, just mustard. Just like a pretzel, like you put mustard on a pretzel.
Philly style.
All right, we got the Friday Five coming up next. We get to talk a little NFL every Friday at this time. We'll do week 7 and 8. Friday Five is coming up next. Plus, Happy Hour Friday. Got a couple picks for the people out there for this Friday. We're at Pig Dog in Wildwood. They got some great beers. Now, I'm assuming Brian, we told him 5:30. He might be
5:30 appointment for Brian.
Oh, man.
9 minutes.
He's got the Mudhen collaboration beer here. It's called Rough Life. That wouldn't qualify for us today.
No.
All right, you guys want to get involved before the end of the show? 609-403-0973. More sports bets coming up.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Never thought this radio stunt would catch on so big.
On 97.3 ESPN.
All right, time for the Friday Five. These are the 5 games we like the most in the NFL for a certain week. Week number 7 and number 8 is what we're going to do. By the way, we're live at Pig Dog in Wildwood. Now, we did say 5:30. Brian was right here at 5:30.
He was here.
It's actually not even 5:30. He got here at 5:26, and he said, Rough Life Beer.
We're in.
We're in.
He's bringing 3 over.
Yeah, Mudhen collaboration. We're going to try it out. That's going to be one of our Happy Hour Friday picks, but I got more. I got more Happy Hour Friday picks for everybody out there, so don't go away. They're coming up still. Josh, you got any Happy Hour Friday picks this week? I know you were out and about. You had a day off this week. He wasn't
Yeah, I
sick,
took a
though.
day off.
Yeah,
Henning?
he wasn't sick. He was
Summertime.
one
just take a
day.
off.
Yeah, he was right back. I mean, come on. Got any Happy Hour Friday picks later on?
Oh, I got plenty.
Ooh, plenty.
Oh.
See? And he took one day. Plenty.
He wasn't sick.
And
He
right
took a
back the
vacation
next
day. Took a vacation day.
All right, here we go. Week 7 in the NFL. These are 5 favorite games. 5 best games outside of the Eagles game for week number 7. When we get to week number 7, we're going to look back at this list and see how I did. Here we go. Number 1. All right, let's see. Week 7, no Thursday night games, by the way. It's the Friday 5, so the Thursday night game is always going to be done. That's New England and Chicago. That sounds like a good one.
That's the game of the week,
Yeah,
probably.
that's the game.
I'm going Cincinnati, Baltimore. Oh, boy. Big beer.
This service is
Just put
A
that right
plus.
there for a second. Thank you, sir.
Maurice Bill, thank you.
Bill says, I'll be here at 5:30. I doubted you, and not only were you here at 5:30, you came with 3 beers. Damn it. All right, I got Cincinnati, Cleveland is game 1.
I'm in. I'm in. Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Burrow against Lamar Jackson, I'm always down for that game.
All right. Let's go. Got to go Tampa Bay, Carolina, right? That's a possible game that could have big-time implications in that division.
Yeah, 1 o'clock game in Carolina that week. Tampa Bay, Carolina. Carolina's a sneaky team, man. They're
Won the
right
division
there.
last year.
I know. They're right there. They don't get talked about enough.
Green Bay, Detroit. Green Bay, Detroit. You know, you got 2 teams. Detroit didn't make the playoffs last year. They're trying to bounce back. They're very talented. Green Bay. I'm not the biggest Green Bay guy, but I understand they're pretty good. What kind of Green Bay team we getting this year? They lost Dobbs. They lost Wicks. So a lot different look there. Kansas City, Seattle, Sunday night.
Oh, that's a great game. Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, we'll see if Mahomes is back, right?
Seattle, defending Super Bowl champ.
This is week 7. He should be back by then.
Yeah, I think
right?
so.
Yeah.
By the way, the Eagles play Dallas on Monday night, so that game's out of the mix. So one more game. It's between Pittsburgh, New Orleans. No, that's a London game, or France. They're in France. San Francisco, Atlanta. Cleveland, Tennessee. Indianapolis, Minnesota. That one's kind of intriguing. Miami, the Jets. Giants, Houston. Denver, Arizona. Rams, Vegas. I think I'm going to go Indy, Minnesota as the 5th game there.
I'm very curious to see what Indianapolis even is. Same with Minnesota. You got Kyler Murray in the mix there for quarterback. J.J. McCarthy got that QB battle going on. Who's going to be the starting quarterback? We don't know.
Indy, Minnesota. That's the one.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be Kyler Murray, I would imagine.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Rams, Raiders, I mean, we'll see what Mendoza does.
Yeah, by week
Starting
7,
for them.
I'm not going to put that in there because I think by week 7 you could be looking at a 2-5.
You believe they're going to be 2-5?
I mean, I just
By
don't
week
really
7.
have a lot of trust in that team. So they're my games. Josh, is there any week 7 game that I didn't pick that I missed?
Yeah, 49ers, Falcons. If Tua is healthy, that Falcons team could be a team competing for the division in the South.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm not doubting that. I just feel like the other matchups are better. I mean, I like The Tampa, Carolina is two evenly matched teams. Green Bay, Detroit, probably two evenly matched teams. Indy, Minnesota, probably more evenly matched. San Francisco, I just think, is way better than Atlanta is.
I mean, Giants, Texans,
Pittsburgh, New Orleans. If New Orleans is the surprise team that many people think they could be, that game has a little intrigue in it at 9:30 in the morning.
Kellen Moore down there. I'm just saying, like, as much as I have, tar and feathered Tua in his time in Miami, even me can admit that when he's healthy, that's always a problem. But if he's healthy, you're giving him Drake London and Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson.
Well, this is going to be the first time he's not with Boy Wonder, though, as his play caller.
Yeah. Oh, good
as
point.
His guy.
Stefanski took guys to the postseason, too. He took Joe Flacco, and he took Baker Mayfield. Who would you rather have?
Tua or Baker Mayfield? Good question.
I'd probably go Baker.
Baker.
Probably Baker.
Baker.
I mean, he's definitely accomplished more. I know Tua keeps getting hurt. One problem, but hey, that's part of it. All right, so Cincy, Ravens, Tampa, Carolina, Green Bay, Detroit, Kansas City, Seattle, Indy, Minnesota. Anybody got another one they want to replace? Because I think the only other one that I'm somewhat intrigued by would be that Pittsburgh-New Orleans game if New Orleans holds up their end of the bargain. I think everything else I'd be pretty surprised if any other game would be better than those.
I just think the New York-Houston possibly. That could be a game. If New York is better.
Same story as
I'm with Pete on that
New
one.
Orleans.
Yep.
If the Giants surprise and are better than many people think, Houston won the division last year. Or it came in second.
Which they will be. I mean, I don't see Harbaugh going to New York and totally flopping. Do you?
Not necessarily. No, I don't. I think that's fair to say. All right, week 8. Let's jump to week 8. We got a double week here because we were off last week. Okay.
By the way, the bye week teams are Buffalo, Chargers, Commanders, Jags.
Jags, Buffalo. That's two good teams right there.
Yeah.
Chargers, another one. That's three good teams. Who was the other one?
Buffalo, Chargers, Jags, and Commanders.
All right, 3 out of the 4 are made playoffs last year. Yeah. All right, week 8, Thursday, Carolina, Green Bay. All right, so that game's out. Can't be picked. Friday, 5. Here we go. Baltimore, Buffalo, in.
Oh, totally in. I mean, how can you not be? That's a 1:00 game, too, in Buffalo at Highmark Stadium.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's a 1:00.
I know, me too.
That should be a prime timer, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what the prime time is.
Lamar versus Josh Allen. I mean, that's got to be in the 5 somewhere, right?
Minnesota, Detroit.
Yeah, I'm just very curious to see what Minnesota is with Kyler at quarterback. How does Detroit bounce back this year? It's a division game. That's also in Detroit. Minnesota's just – I'm very curious to see how they shake out.
You have Kyler Murray, and he's playing that remember, he was like the leader for MVP
I know.
a couple of years ago. I know it was like 3 years ago. All right. How about L.A. versus L.A.? Chargers, Rams. How about that? That's why you don't wear that hat on the hair. You look like an idiot, and then that happens.
Chargers, Rams. That's a good game.
Chargers, Rams.
The Myles Garrett thing is, I can't wait to see that guy for the Rams. That's fascinating to me. The impact he's gonna make.
By the way, the Rams are technically the home team. Good game there.
Yeah, that's a great game. Herbert, Stafford, that's a great game.
Kansas City, Denver. Now, this one's a lot technically on the injury. Every time we go with the Denver, you're constantly worried about the quarterback being ready, but I'm going to say by week 7, he's ready to go. So Kansas City versus Denver. Now, remember, when we get to week 8, we're going to do our Friday 5 and look back at these games. If Bo Nix isn't playing and that team's 2-5, this game's out.
Yeah, this game's totally out. It's all dependent on if the quarterback plays. If he plays, this is a ball game. In Mile High, at Denver, 425, KC, Denver. Yeah, if Bo Nix is in, this is a must game in the top 5.
Now, Buffalo, Baltimore, you said about prime time. They're a 1:00 game. The Eagles are the Sunday night game against Washington.
Yep.
Now, that Washington Eagles feels like a 1:00 game, and the Baltimore Buffalo should go to the Sunday night game.
Could they flex it?
They could, but I don't think they would. All right, Monday night, Bears, Seattle. That's in the 5.
Yes, that has to be.
Bears, Seattle.
Monday night. That's probably the game of the weekend.
Caleb Williams.
Baltimore, Buffalo. Chargers, Rams. If the two quarterbacks are healthy, this is a good week. Now, what's left over that did not make the 5? Should we put any of these games in? Speak now, forever hold your peace, everybody. Tennessee, Cincinnati. Arizona, Dallas. Vegas, Jets. Ooh, that's a terrible game. Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
No.
Nope.
Atlanta, Tampa Bay.
Nah.
Yeah, there's Tua. There's Josh's Tua again.
This game here, I'm sure Josh will say, you didn't pick this one. Indianapolis, Jacksonville.
That's the one I was zeroing in on.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a good game.
That's got to be.
Which of the 4, which of the 5 get bounced for that one? You go Indy, Jacksonville, or Minnesota, Detroit?
I mean, at this
Because
point,
to me, the Minnesota-Detroit game's the one that's the weakest of this.
Yeah, Minnesota, Detroit. Yep.
Indy Jags maybe for the division at that point.
You can make a case Mini Detroit could be as well.
Yeah. Well, if Bo Nix is not playing, that one's automatically out, and that would replace it.
I'll go Indy Jacksonville over Mini Detroit. How about that?
Boom.
Agreed.
All right. In.
Putting a lot of
AFC South.
Yeah, we're putting a lot on Jacksonville to be back-to-back good.
Yeah.
Okay. The other game that we didn't look at yet was New England and Miami.
In Miami.
Yeah, that game's out.
Yeah.
So there's your 5, week 8. Baltimore, Buffalo. Indy, Jacksonville. Chargers, Rams. Kansas City, Denver. Bears, Seattle.
I think that's solid 5.
Good 5. All right, there's our Friday 5. We did week 7 and week 8 this week because we were off last week. So we'll put those on the list. When we get to week 7 in the NFL, we'll look back at the week 7 pick to see if they still match. And when we get to week 8 in the NFL, when we do the Friday 5, we'll see if they still match as well. Josh, did you have any other ones in week 8 that we did not include?
I just give you a hat tip for noticing my I would have gone with Colts Jags there.
Yeah, I saw that one, and I'm thinking because the Indy quarterback situation is a little up in the air too, but I think Daniel Jones got hurt early enough in the season that he should be ready to go, right?
I was just more so saying it's nice to be thought of, every once in a while. So
Absolutely. Here we are. I mean, we're out here sweating like crazy. You're probably nice and cool in that studio over there.
we've had some air wars today. So
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
On a Friday, there's somebody still in the building?
After hours?
there was up until about 20 minutes ago.
There you go.
All right.
Very loud slam of the door leaving the studio, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mike knows exactly what I'm talking about. Nick's got a look on his face on the YouTube like he's confused.
Yeah, I'm ready to drink this beer.
Yeah, commercial break. I'm going to talk to Henning about what he just said and drink a beer.
So we have the Rough Life beer that is a collaboration with Mud Hen, and they made the lager for today's show and for this weekend. So we're going to test that out. We do have some happy hour Friday picks for you on the other side, and we want to let you know that Fire Pit Fridays, every Friday, Fire Pits, 8 to 10 o'clock. S'mores kits are just $2, and you can bring your own blanket for the beach chair, or a beach chair, I should say, right here at Pig Dog. Fire Pit Fridays, every Friday, fire pits and fireworks. So you can sit around the fire pit there and watch the fireworks. It's every Friday from 8 to 10 o'clock, and you can bring your own blanket or beach chair right here at Pig Dog in Wildwood. All right, when we come back, we got happy hour Friday picks. We got the weekend thoughts and everything. That's all still to come here on the Sports Bash Live on 97.3 ESPN.
You're listening to The Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, getting ready to get out of here. It's Happy Hour Friday. We're live at Pig Dog. Don't forget the Fire Pit Fridays. Every Friday, Fire Pits and Fireworks, 8 to 10 o'clock. All right, we're getting ready to wrap up. Peachy's wife's here. His daughter's here. This is the whole thing, man.
Well, what we did is we got a motel staying overnight. We're going to enjoy the boardwalk tonight, maybe play some games, go to the beach tomorrow.
How about that?
That sounds like a great weekend.
Now, that's the way you map this out.
That's a good map job, isn't it?
Yes. Now, bad job by Peachy.
Yeah.
Earnshaw about an hour and a half ago said he had 1% left in his phone. We have 1 minute left in the show, and Peachy says, "You want to use my charger?"
Yeah, I could have used it like an hour ago.
I mean,
That's
and he ripped you for your phone being dead.
That's the old Dumb and Dumber where the guy's got two pairs of gloves on. And he says, well, you want to wear my pair of gloves? Well, I'm getting kind of sweaty.
Well, it's that part, and then it's like when they get on the bus at the end. They get the free bus. And like, if you go that way, they offer a ride.
Watch your beer there.
Oh, I'm watching.
All right, we got Rough Life, Mudhen. We're going to try this one live right here.
Oh, we're doing it live? Okay.
Happy Hour Friday.
Live. Cheers.
First pick is
Taste test.
Rough Life, Mudhen.
If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see all three men taking a sip of beer. They're all sampling. I need some
Solid.
verdicts.
Oh, that's good.
Solid. Now, in fact.
Good job, Henning, by the way. Fill that dead air.
That was solid.
I've practiced with that with the weekends. We drink a lot of liquids on the weekend.
Yeah, me and Nick have a lot of practice dealing with people having dead air on the weekend.
The show's going off the rails.
Yeah.
Now, Bill
That's
came
all it took
over.
was one sip of beer.
And they said they listened to the Happy Hour Friday segment all the time. And he knows, as I am, he is a noted IPA guy.
Wow.
Right? Big IPA guy. As am I. And I got to say, I'm not the biggest lager guy in the world, but this is a nice one.
Yeah.
You know why? It's not like overpowering with I always get that lager taste and I'm like, I can't do it. But I didn't get that feel.
There you go.
It's a solid
That is a
Mudhead
good
right
beer.
there. It's a solid, very drinkable beach type of beer.
Yes.
I like it.
I'm in.
All right. I also got a couple other picks for you. Happy Hour Friday. Hey, Tony. That's the name of the beer. It's from the Seed. I stopped at the Seed on 4th of July last week. Had a beer, Hey, Tony, and another one was called Wild Wild Sea. Phenomenal.
C
Really
like
good.
S-E-A.
S-E-A.
Okay.
Wild Wild Sea was the name of the beer. Also stopped in Garden State Brewery on 4th of July and went with Nor'easter, which is one of my go-tos. I feel like Garden State, very underrated. They've got a really good – that Nor'easter's a solid beer. They also had a beer called Philly Dilly.
Wow.
It was a pickle beer.
That's where Promotions Ariel works, right?
Yes.
Down there.
Is she still there? I wasn't sure.
Garden
She wasn't there the day that I went. Philly Dilly. It is a pickle beer.
Wow.
And I'm going to give the Rick at Bear Brewing, that is their pickle beer, which they just relaunched on 4th of July. They did a whole pickle eating contest, all sorts of stuff. And there you go.
Oh, now we have some
more.
hazy stuff here.
wow.
Hazy.
Oh, there we go.
Hazy. There you go.
Wildwood Haze.
That's right up
Wow,
Mike
there you
Gill's
go.
alley.
Bang.
Yeah, the haze.
So now we're
There
going with
you
the
go.
hazy beer. We had the lager.
Yeah.
Now we're going Mike Gill's kind of beer here.
There you go.
That's a Mike Gill beer.
That's
He knows.
Yeah, you can see it in the video portion.
You got the
Look at this.
brown
bad boy.
stuff
That
here,
yellow-
and then you got the lighter brown stuff there.
Well, that's more like the orange, the
Oh,
yellow.
right, yeah.
Hello, Swiss.
Well,
That beer's very tasty.
yeah.
That was a good beer. What was that? Wildwood Haze.
That's the
Wildwood
Mudhead.
Haze,
Mudhead,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's I've had that a couple times.
Yeah.
I was telling beforehand, go to Mudhead down here. They had a beer called Gander. I've only had it a handful of times. I haven't seen it in the place. They
Right.
brought it to me one time. It was really good. They have another beer called Rambler to Miami.
That's good.
Solid beer, yes. And while we're in Wildwood, Anglesey Ale Works, their IPA, Hazmat,
Hazmat, yeah.
Hazmat, excuse me. Solid IPA. Very good. They also have the birch beer. It's a hard birch beer. Tastes just like birch beer.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm in on that.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Josh, what do you got?
All right, let's rattle these off here. So I got 2 from 3 different breweries. We're going to rapid fire this. So we got Morning Bite. It's a stout from Slack Tide Brewing. I had that a couple weeks ago.
I had to go to Slack Tide, right?
Yeah. Well, Slack Tide's in the rotation,
Yep.
So, it's a very good stout beer, but it's one of those beers that, if you don't like coffee, maybe Nick Earnshaw doesn't like a beer like that.
I'm a coffee guy.
So also we got
cream in your coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. Long Reach. It's a wheat beer. It's kind of like a blend of a pale ale meets nice tea kind of beer.
Ooh.
I thought that was really good down there.
That's up
at
my
Slack.
alley, Josh.
Oh, you like a Long Reach, okay?
Yeah.
We got that. So then I went up to Myers Brewing, okay? So I purposely got 2 brews that are not in the Mike Gill rotation, okay? So first we got the local. It's a Mexican lager. It's kind of like their variant of like a Pacifico kind of beer. That was really good. Also, I had the Skull Pen. It's a grapefruit IPA. That was very good as well. Your boy JD, I've been told he likes that down there.
All right. I will say Hidden Sands, by the way, has a new is it like a grapefruit hazy IPA that I tried a couple of weeks ago? I forgot to put that on the mix, but I don't know that they still have it. It was like one of those like where they only have they put a couple beers on as like tryouts. That one wasn't too bad. I did because they have the 447 is usually what I'm rocking when I go to the Hidden Sands.
Speaking of tryouts, my other stop last week was Gusto Brewing. So I got the Humanoid. It's a pale ale, but it kind of tastes like an IPA a little bit. That was incredible. I also had another pale ale, which has got like half pale ale, half IPA, Karaoke Pants.
Very good. Do they still have machines they're learning on draft down there?
They did until I tapped the keg.
Oh, wow.
I tapped the keg. I was blamed for that.
I mean, Henning, I see him on Instagram and Facebook every weekend. He has the time of his life at these breweries.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
All right, there we go. What do you guys? Oh, by the way, a couple of people texted in. What are you having tonight? What are you having this weekend? Be safe, everybody. If you're having something, don't be doing anything stupid out there. But definitely let us know what you're having. This guy, BC's having a Grateful Dead juicy pale ale from Dogfish, Delaware's finest. He says, I'm anxious to taste that Mud Hen beer.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you got the rest of your Mud Hen beer over there. Now, he did me dirty. He got me the beer. Now he's got me another beer. I got to get out of here.
Yeah. We'll chug.
We'll see. Got live music coming up next, by the way. So that's it for us. Fire Pit Fridays, every Friday. The Fire Pits and the Fireworks starts at 8 o'clock. And they got s'mores. And you bring your own blanket or your beach chair and stop out and hang out on the beach here at Pig Dog in Wildwood. Boy, we had a great time. I hope we can do this again sometime. The Battle on the Beach flag football tournament starts tomorrow, so stop out for that. And, of course, the Sports Bash is back on Monday. We got the Locker Room with Billy and Earnshaw tomorrow. Josh follows them at noon, and then Billy's back on Sunday. And I'll be back on Monday right here on the Sports Bash Live on 97.3 ESPN. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you Monday.